The following program is rated TV-17, containing bad language.
You got knocked the fuck out, man!
Sexual situations.
Would you like me to take your pants off instead?
Nudity.
Sure.
And graphic depictions of nut-crunching dick kicks.
Oh, I just had to kick you in the diddly again.
Parental discretion is advised.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the Ronin Joe Show. It is Sunday. It is 8 o'clock. I'm feeling good, full of energy, rejuvenated, as the cool kids say. I'm ready to talk some awesome stuff with you here tonight. We're going to talk about one thing and one thing only. Oh, whatever you guys want to talk about. But the other thing, we're going to talk about my love for PITT, who is back. We're going to take a look at my favorite issues. Now, we're just going to have a good time here on the Ronin Joe Show. Let's go. That's right. It is the Ronin Joe Show. Welcome, everybody. I am your host, Ronin Joe, the very sexy. Let's just end it there. Let's just end it there. The very sexy Joe M Sonntag, Ronin Joe, if you please. Welcome, everybody. I do have to say, right off the bat, I have to acknowledge our girl Shani giving 5 memberships before the show even started. That is awesome. Thank you so much. What I want to see is ducks in the chat. If you guys don't know, when Shani does a super chat or she does gifted memberships, we drop ducks in the chat. That's what I want to see. Mallards all around. Do not let me down because I haven't seen the bottom of the chat yet. If I get down there, right, and there's no mallards, there's no ducks, there's no quack quack going on, it's going to be very, very put out. Memberships picked up by Daniel Craig, Deerman, Apex Comics, Black Spiders, and JD Smith. Thank you so much, Shani. Well, let's just get to it. Let's get to it. You know, I gotta kill the music because we gotta do this for you. Let me pause that. This is important. This is what we do for people that support the channel. Shani, this is for you.
Hello, Eugenia.
You're the king. Oh! You are a bastard.
Yeah!
Let me help you up.
I guess I deserve that.
Oh, I just had to kick you in the diddly again.
Nut crunch and dick kicks. Let's go. That's awesome. I'm gonna drop duck. I don't know if you guys have the end of that. But if you haven't, I'm very upset. Like, I'm gonna admonish the chat. I'm gonna start doing this when you guys don't do what I want you to do. It's gonna be a new thing around here. Let's see how that goes. All right, let's get back to the top here. Twisted Dreams was the #1 in the chat, and #1 in my heart, my friend. So that makes you
#1.
Yes, you are. Also, you're here.
Subject notes. The extraction theory papers. Am I the only one who did the reading?
Most of the time, Twisted Dreams absolutely is the only one that does the reading. We have Dennis Kelly in the house. PITT is back. Fantastic. Hail all. Yeah, we're going to talk about it. You know, the PITT PITT Trade Volume 1 dropped. Now, doing pretty well. I thought, you know what? I love PITT. PITT's my favorite character. Let's talk about it. Let's have a good time. Hail Mo Biggs is in the chat.
Hey, Mo! Mo! What? I finished the drawer. What do you want me to do? Kick you? Well, go on. Put it over there.
Great to see you, Mo. Thank you for being here. Let's see if you can regain your winning streak. I got something to say about the leaderboard here in a second. Like we said before, Shani is in the chat. Now, not only did she get 5 memberships, but I did see that she was the first member in the chat. So first members always get this. You know, it feels so good to have the members in the chat tonight. Actually, what? You guys up here on the screen. Yeah, I'm dropping the ball. Look at that. Hey, Joe's in the house. A greeting from Raleigh, North Carolina. Good to see you. Thank you for being here. We also have member in. Oh yeah. The guy you remember too. This is awesome. Shani has dropped a few members in the last few weeks. I got brand new members here. This is awesome. Christopher Bouchard is in the chat. Welcome. Member Rick Taylor is here as well.
The common thread in all of my failed schemes is human stupidity. People are just too stupid to accept me as their leader.
This is so true, and I've said this every single show. The world would be a better place if we just made Rick Saylor our leader, you know? And I believe that full-heartedly. So let's do that. Let's work on that. We got Kayla in the house.
So that I may talk, squirrel! My master is good.
Why did that lag? Hey, Kayla, I hope you're doing good. Good to see you. We also have Shadowhawk Stalks. Hail the chat, or hail all, hail CG. Pitt is back, baby. Let's go. Yes, sir. Yes, indeed. The Don is here. I need this song on my goddamn battle cry. Let's do it, dude. Good to see you. Thanks for being here, guys. Appreciate you. Let's see. Did I miss anybody before we get rolling here? We have Maromi in the house. What is going on? Great names in here. Love seeing it. Thanks for coming out to the Ronin Joe show. Starting your week off right is what I would like to say. This is the place to be on a Sunday night. Let's go. All right. Did I miss anybody? I think we're good. Paul, my man. What is going on, Paul? Good to see you. Good to see you. We also have Corey Landis. Is it Pitt? It is Pitt, right? I mean, not sure the question. Thank you for being here. We also have Katie Did's channel in the house. Katie Did, what's going on? You guys didn't see, Katie did a really, really good, it was a Good Morning Comics Gate Pitt pre-launch show on Friday. It was really awesome. She did take a look at one of my old videos, and I was just like, God, it was embarrassing. But thank you for the shout out. Appreciate you. It's embarrassing because like I'm a lot better now. Better mic, better setup, more confidence in what I'm doing than I did when I first started 5 years ago now. So if it's like going back and look at your old art or anything you do in the past, it's like I just want to forget that happened, you know. But it was I got a good laugh at work listening to myself trip all over that video. What is the stench goal to remove Timmy from the book? Stretch. Why did I say stench? I can't read. You can't remove Timmy. He's a big part of the story. You wouldn't have Pitt without Timmy. All right, here we go. Drop. I see the ducks. Thank you, guys. There we go. Get those ducks in there for Shani. Love it. Thank you. Appreciate you very, very much. We have Stealth X5 in the house saying hello to you. Hope you are doing well. Survive Infinity 0088 says CG. Let's go. Good to see you guys. All right, I'm getting down to the bottom of the chat, I think. Let me see. John's in the house. What's up, good people? What's up with you, man? I didn't even see this. Kayla with a 5-month member chat says, everybody check out the Superior Press website. Special discount for the chat. Reaper Destroyer, get some gear. Yes, there is actually. You know what? I should do this. Kayla's reminding me to do this. Let me add this to the chat, to the stream. We do have a Superior Press website. There's a discount up top at the chat. You get $5 if you are in the chat. You can follow that code while we are live. Only while we are live, go to the Superior Press website, and you can get $5 off of anything in the store. Definitely go check it out, please. Now, that was actually pretty comical. The funny thing about when mistakes or stuff that happens in shows that you can't control, it might be very irritating. I know from your point of view how irritating that can be from the host of a show. But for the chat, it's comedy gold. You know, you got to lean into it. And you did a great job. It was awesome. All right, let's see. Let me get down here. Okay, to the bottom of the chat. Let's go. It is a beautiful website. It is. Shout out to Shani for helping me out with that. It wouldn't look as beautiful and awesome if it wasn't for Shani. Thank you very much. Silver Ogre's in the house. All right, let's switch this out. I'll get rid of the Ronin Joe show. Let's get in here. Bring it down a little bit. Okay. There we go. Let's get rolling here. All right, guys. What has been happening this week? Anything good? Anything fun? Anything controversial? I'm sure a lot of things. What I'm excited about is Pitt. Let me tell you a quick story about me and my relationship with Pitt. When I was a kid, still pretty good looking, I have to say. I was always good looking. God just blessed me with good looks and charm, charisma, smolder. What else? Anything. This is just what he blessed me with. So it's been that way since I was young. Anyway, where was I going with that? Oh yeah, Pitt. Sorry, got sidetracked talking about me, which is my favorite subject. When I was a kid, when I was like 12 or 13, I loved comics. I was drawing. I was trying to get, I wanted to be in comics. And I remember everything changed for me in the year of 1992. Now, 92, I was 10 years old in 92. So it took a second, to actually get into what was going on. Pitt had already dropped, I think, issue 1, and by that time, issue 2 before I actually jumped into it. But I saw this picture in Wizard magazine. And I can't remember what the issue of Wizard it was. There was this promo pic of this character with this little boy on his back, right? And they're in like this forest setting. And it was a beautiful shot. I was just mesmerized right off the bat. I was like, who is this character? Long black hair, claws, no nose, lots of gums, lots of teeth, ripped to hell, and it just looks so badass. And it said Image Comics right there. And I was just kind of getting like into Image. I was transitioning out of Marvel into the little bit more mature Image Comics at the time, and just falling in love with everything they're doing over there. So I was like, I gotta check it out. Now, at the time, I lived in the country. I didn't go to the city very often. It was like a 40-minute drive, and every time we did, we weren't really going to the comic book store, so I didn't get a lot of the newer issues. I was still kind of stuck in the back issues. But the moment I found Pitt number 2, and I had to go back and find Pitt number 1, I fell in love with this comic. And that was the first time I actually saw Dale Keown's art. Like, I knew who he was because I remember the Incredible Hulk, but at that point, I hadn't really latched on to him as, like, one of my favorite artists. But there was something about Pitt that just inspired me art-wise and character-wise, and right off the bat, I was like, Dale's my number 1 favorite artist. And this is coming off of being Jim Lee simp, being a Rob Liefeld simp, Todd McFarlane. Like, these were the guys I was really into at the time until Dale Keown came around. And I was just like, there's no other after this. It's Dale Keown straight. And then I fell in love with Pitt. And I went and collected everything I could find, Pitt number 1, and, so on and so forth. The only thing that was a bummer back then is, Pitt took a while to get out. The issues took a while to fall, but man, was it worth it reading it. It was the right time in the 90s to kind of catch the zeitgeist, the pop culture aspect of the comic book world. And Pitt was just that character. He was like the Hulk on steroids. It was a cooler version of the Hulk for someone like me, a kid that was coming up. And ever since then, I've been a huge Pitt fan, collected every single book, including all of the spin-off books that he did, all the way up until issue 20 when he stopped doing Pitt. And then for 20 some odd years, it was a drag without Pitt. He came back here or there. The Darkness Pitt was kind of cool, but I was like, when are we going to get Pitt back? Well, we haven't got a new version of Pitt back yet, but we did get the next best thing, and that's a collection of all these books. Funny thing, coming into Comicsgate, I remember when Dale joined, I was actually surprised at how many people didn't know who Dale was and didn't know who the character of Pitt was. It was very foreign to me that was the case. And so I think this is a great way to get the new people on board for getting into Pitt. We'll cover some of the other stuff here or there. Maybe, I don't know. There's some things I probably don't want to talk about. I got too many opinions. Country Joe would trade a live chicken and a bag of fresh turnips. Oh, gross. For the newest Pitt at the general store. That is true. We would get on the old horse and buggy, and get up into the local town there. We were Amish, right? Apparently. I don't know. Got Roy in the house. Good to see you, brother. Pastmaster Dan's in here as well. There you are. The Canuck. Good to see you guys. Thank you for joining me tonight. We're going to be talking Pitt. I also want to see you guys in the chat. Let me know if you followed Pitt when you were kids, like I did, or when you became a fan of the character itself, because I'm really interested, because I did a stream, I want to say in 2021, 2022, somewhere around there. That was the first Appreciating Comic Book Art live stream. Now, I had my co-host on, Sean Arendt, who is my co-host on Art and Stuff, but we had John Malin on and another dude, and we looked at all 20 issues of Pitt. We did four episodes of this, and we did all 20 issues of Pitt, and it was awesome. We went through the original books, the commentary on it. So if you guys want, go back and check that out. I'm not going to do that tonight. Tonight, I'm just going to kind of show you my favorite issues. Not going to get real in-depth to art or story or anything like that. I'm just going to appreciate the excitement that I have that Pitt is at least getting back into the world. And I see people talking about it on Facebook, on X. I think it's great. I think the world needs Pitt. And hopefully, at some point, maybe we get a new Pitt. I don't know. We'll find out. Silver Ogre says, I got the Hulk vs. Pitt poster. Cut it in half so my brother could have the Pitt half. Now I back Pitt day one. Everybody who can, please back Pitt. Dale made comics great. That is a fact, man. That is absolute fact. We all know a lot of these guys' importance to the comic book world. In the 90s, Dale was right up there. Absolutely right up. His run on Incredible Hulk was second to none, in my opinion. And then he went off and did one of the best Image books in Pitt, hands down. YSA is in the house. If you guys haven't checked out YSA, he's a fantastic artist doing commissions on X. Hit him up. Check out his work. Good to see you, brother. He says, I am in misspelling mood. Well, welcome to the show. I can't read. You know, I can barely talk sometimes. Speaking of great artists, I forget to give a shout out to Roy. Roy is a fantastic artist. Love seeing his stuff out there. It's always great seeing his sketches on the Kings, on the studio, on Graybeards. Everything. He's always putting stuff out there on X. So definitely go out and support him. Check him out if you can. Leaderboard update. I was able to figure this out, guys. Figure this out. So the leaderboard, what is that? If you look in the chat, there's numbers by certain people's names and crowns for whatever reason. What YouTube is doing is keeping track of the top contributors, I guess. What we do here on this channel, if you are number one at the end of the show, you go on the leaderboard. At the end of the year, we will tally up all of the wins that you have, and whoever gets the most wins towards the end of the year, we're going to do something special for you guys. And it's going to be something cool because we got a lot of people on this channel, not just me. We're going to figure something out, but the number one person is going to get something special at the end of the year. Right now, our boy Rick Saylor is leading a healthy lead right now. Mo Biggs is coming back. 7 victories there. So get on top of that if you want to get on the leaderboard, win, be number one. That's all you have to do. Just contribute, comment, be part of the show, all that good stuff. Darmex is in the house. Says hello. Hello to you. Good to see you. I probably got over 100 extra copies of 1 through 20. Nice, dude. You should start selling those now. Yeah, I don't have 100 extra copies, but I got plenty of different extra copies. I bought a shit ton of those books. And, you know, the thing is, the books only came out every once in a while, you know, sometimes twice a year, something like that. So when they did hit the store, I would always buy multiple copies at the time when I was a kid, because I wasn't going to miss out on that. Get a reader version and then a collector's version. And then if I ever go to the dollar binge stores, PITT #1, you can find all over the place because they printed like 1 million copies of that or some shit like that. So you can find that fairly easy. PITT #2 is another one, but after that it gets kind of scarce, to be honest with you. You got to go to like eBay or something to get a lot of stuff. Rigged. I mean, it could be. This is all YouTube. I just follow what YouTube does. All right. If YouTube says somebody's #1, that's what we do. Rick Saylor is #1 right now, currently. I don't know how that works, guys. I don't know. I'm sure super chats help. Who knows? But Rick Saylor is #1 in the chat right now. Shout out. It's going to take a second to knock him off. You guys can't let him get an 8th victory. Like, that's just crazy. That's just crazy. He's going to start really running away from that if you do. We said before, there is a link in the chat. If you guys follow that link, you can go to the Superior Press website. This is a brand new website. You can follow that link. You can sign up to Reaper Destroyer issue 2. Please do that. We are launching the Second Chance campaign on September 19th. And do not forget about that. You can pick up back issues from the very first campaign we did. A little heftier price because these are collected. These are limited runs now of the campaign. But you can get the beautiful Dale KEOWN PITT #1 homage cover. Now, what was cool about this cover is this was the first time that anybody that you talk about, we got PITT, so we got Dale KEOWN doing the art on this. You got Joe Chiodo doing the colors, and they had Chance Wolf coming in doing the a mock-up logo of the PITT splatter, and the Rippin' first issue I turned into Reaping first issue. This is the first time that any of those 3 guys ever jammed on a project since PITT. You're talking about 30 some odd years, and those guys reunited to do a cover for Reaper Destroyer, and it is fucking awesome. PITT homage #1. Check it out. Original art. You can go through merch, all that kind of stuff. Check it out. Links are above. If you were watching right now, there's a $5 discount on anything in the store for anybody in the chat. All you have to do is type in the word chat at the discount. Let's go. All right, let's see what you guys are doing real quick before we jump into some PITT talk. Although that's Karen's think you can get with an issue cheaper. All right, I don't know what that is about. All right, let me see if I can find something else here. I was #1 2 days ago when you first posted a link for the show. I liked and left a message 5 minutes after posting. Yeah, but you have to be #1 at the very end. I have to see that name right before I hit end stream, and that's how you win. So, but you know, I never look at when I post a show, if it's a day before, I never look to see who is the number 1 at that point. So that's my bad. I should get better at that for sure. Roy says, I'm pushing Mandy Dale to gather up all the PITT scans from the internet art dealers, collectors to make an artist edition like Jim Lee's. Yeah, dude, that would be awesome, and I think that would do very well. I would absolutely buy it. You get a true artist edition, whether it's 11 by 17, a little bigger, a little smaller. I mean, look at all these artist editions I have back here, right? I would love. I mean, look at Tom McFarlane's. Look at that thing. That. Can I do this? This is odd. There we go. That Spider-Man is huge. It's huge. So yeah, that would be awesome. I think they should absolutely do that. Imagine a Shelby PITT cover. Rick would buy the original art before Shelby could even. No, that's a fact. Shout out to Shelby. Shelby is an amazing artist, but you're absolutely right on that. You're absolutely right. All right, before we dive into my favorite issues of PITT, I did just want to bring this up and do a little bit of promotion here. PITT Volume 1, cruising right along. What are we, 2 days officially into this? Almost to $80,000. This is awesome. If you guys haven't checked it out, please do check it out. Grab it up. I could not resist. Where's it at? Where is it at? Getting the Michael Turner. Oh, that's right. It's not on there anymore. It's 24 hours. The Michael Turner holochrome cover. I had to grab it up. Turner's art is awesome. I've been a huge fan of Turner. You guys know that if you follow this channel. Every year we try to do something for Turner around his birthday. He had such an impact on me as an artist and just our generation, right? So seeing new art from him, granted, yes, I know he drew this a while ago, but seeing it showcased on here, seeing Dale come over and do some great colors, we got a better shot of this, right? Doing some great colors on this and just bringing it out is awesome. I think it deserves to be a cover. It's great to see Turner's art on something other than Aspen stuff, which is fine. You know, that's awesome. But this is just, man, look at that. This is beautiful. It was interesting to me. I thought that Dale was saying that this was his favorite all-time PITT drawing of anybody. And that's to be said, you know, like that's a high compliment because we saw J. Scott Campbell draw PITT in Gen 13-3, I believe. Cyberforce 3, Mark Sylvester drew PITT. He's been around. Some big-time artists. Sam Keith drew him. But that's just a badass face shot and just goes so good. It looks so good. So definitely check that out. Check it out. Mods, I'm sure you're dropping it because I can't drop a link right now because I'm hosting the show. I'm sure mods are dropping those right now for everybody to go check out. What I wanted to look at was this right here. Let me see if I can get a better screen. Better screen here. There we go. Open this up a little bit. There we go. Let's do that. All right. PITT Half. If you guys don't know what PITT Half is, this will be collected in the Volume 1 version of PITT. This is actually the backup story, the first appearance of PITT in Youngblood 4. And this might have actually been the first time I saw PITT, now that I think about it, because I was big into Rob Liefeld, Youngblood. Yeah, now that I think about it, yeah, it's all coming back to me. You know, it's been a while. But this was the first time I actually saw PITT in any form of storytelling. It was Anthony Clark's in the house. Yo, what's going on with you, man? Hope you guys are doing good. Good to see you out there. I saw somebody else I wanted to give a shout out to. I'll see you guys again. Got a lot of people in the chat tonight. I love it. Oh, Wolf and Bear, good to see you there. PITT 10 through 20 are the most expensive. That's because they're the hardest to find. I don't know this for a fact. I'm not an expert, but they were smaller print runs. You know, they were really big in the beginning when PITT hit. I think Dale outsold even the Image founders in 92 or 93 when PITT came out. But yeah, you get after issue 10, and then especially when it switched from Image Comics to Full Bleed Comics, which was Dale's studio name in PITT or in Image, they got a little bit more scarce. So yeah, they are harder to find. You got to go to places like eBay or come to the collectors, you know, that were there at the time. Hope Mandy and Dale use just a big PITT face art Dale did for the 4 trade paperbacks. For all 4, you don't want new covers? Interesting. Yeah, less print runs. Press, control, and zoom. Okay. All right, hold on a second. Press control and scroll up to zoom. Now I'm on a Mac. Does that work on a Mac, Shani? I'm going to try. All right, let's do this. Get in this page. It's not working. I'll try again. Nope. All right, you have to tell me. For some reason, it doesn't work. Somebody told me that before, too, to zoom in. And I just command if it's a Mac. All right. That's still not working. I don't know. I've tried it before, and it doesn't work on my I'm hitting command, all that kind of stuff. So I do apologize. All right, here we go. Christopher Bouchard says, I just backed Pitt volume number 1. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you. That's what you do. Let's go. Let's see. Okay. All right, we're gonna okay. Option, control, and plus sign. Okay. Well, one more time. We'll try this one more time. Oh, hey, look at that. Okay. Is that as far in as I can go? That works, though. Let me try one more time. Option, control, plus. Hey, that'll work, though. That got in there a little bit. Thank you, Shanny. That's why you're awesome. Yeah, well, it doesn't listen to me. By the way, Sheldon Martin, I did want to give you a shout out earlier.
Pegging isn't new for me, friendo, but it is for Disney.
Yeah, let's go. I think just pressing the plus key enlarges. Well, you would think so. I don't know. My computer's weird. This is what we're gonna get, guys. I'm sorry. This is what we're getting. Shellhawk says, "Love Dale and very happy for him to finally get the respect he deserves." No, that's a fact. You know, I mean, he's a very well respected guy. I'm happy that he's getting this out and getting some money brought in. I mean, I told you the story before when I met Mark Silvestri in 2022, and I showed him Reaper Destroyer, and I told him I had a Dale KEOWN cover. He told me that Dale was his favorite artist. So that's high praise right there, coming from the GOAT. Morai, I can't pronounce stuff. I'm sorry. But I'll just call you MA. Thank you. So the art in Pitt is just awesome. That's a fact. That is an absolute fact. Okay. This comes from Youngblood number 4, but this is Pitt half. They reprinted that and put it out. I've got both versions of this. This is just what I love about this is we are seeing some of KEOWN's work coming right off of Pitt. And here's the thing about, or right off of the Incredible Hulk. Here's the thing about Dale's art that I thought was so amazing is when you saw him on Incredible Hulk, it was a lot lighter, right? A lot of day scenes. There weren't a lot of heavy shadows. And he completely, I don't want to say changed his style, but he definitely had an evolution of style when he jumped into Pitt for Image Comics. You saw much, much darker, heavy blacks, rendering. I think he said he was inking this with a brush at the time, which is just, it's insane to me that that's the case. But this looks so much different than the Incredible Hulk, and to a point where it's just like, not that it was a different artist, but as a kid, just mesmerized by looking at comic book art at the time. Seeing something like this coming off the Hulk was just insanely amazing. I'm just like, what is this? You've got like, this feels like the Predator 2 scene in the train. And you just feel like whatever Dale was doing at the time, whatever he was consuming in pop culture at the time, was just going from his head right into the pages of Pitt. And just, I mean, incredible, awesome character. You have a character that's based on the Hulk, Lobo, and Wolverine kind of mashed together, and you just get this just beautifully, just, there's no character, I think, in my opinion, that looks like Pitt. I mean, just really just, yeah, a lot of people are like, oh, it's the, Image's Incredible Hulk, the Gray Hulk. And I never liked that comparison because he doesn't look anything like the Hulk. The closest he has is he's a big character, big muscles. But this dude, he's got long hair, claws. Yes, similar, I guess, in power set, but you're gonna get that from some of the guys that came from Marvel to Image Comics. You're gonna, a lot of characters are similar to the stuff that they worked on, which is whatever. I got no problem with that. Oh, here we go. There's a blast from the past. I just found my Pit Crew CD. Now that is awesome. Remember when I was a kid, Dale used to advertise the Pit Crew CD in the back of his books, and I never knew where to get it or how to find it. But I eventually, years later, found it on YouTube. So I do believe you might be able to still find it on YouTube, the entire Pit Crew CD. But if you guys got that back in the day, yeah, keep a hold of that. That's awesome. Yeah, the facial expressions, the art, just everything about it was just completely different. completely different. Is there a mail-in got these? Oh, is this where mail-in? Probably. I would venture to say that anybody that draws veins probably got them from Dale. I'm trying to think of an artist that did veins better, did hands better, muscles. I can't think of any, and that's high compliment, because there's so many great artists out there that do this kind of stuff well. But there's just this image right here. I must have drawn this structure of characters when I was a kid like 100 different times, whether they're like holding something up above their head, because there was just something, the construction of the lines, the line work was just awesome. I mean, if you look at the storytelling in this, I love how this page just goes. I mean, just the cinematic movement of this page and the lighting as there is going in and out of light here is just beautiful. And you've seen this action. I love the old school sound effects. That's nostalgia to me. You get this scene here where he's getting ready to smash these two guys, and bam, next scene, it's awesome. This was well worth its money to go get the reprint of this for being PITT half, and then to end it like this. I mean, think about this: you buy Youngblood 4, you're already a big fan of the Image founders, you're already a big fan of Liefeld, at least I was. And so Youngblood 4 was awesome. And then you get this at the back of the book, and you're just like, holy shit. What is this? And you're just like, man, yeah, this is my new favorite character. Hands down, without a doubt, new favorite character. Just look at this. Look at the rendering on this. So one of the things I miss about the 90s rendering, the lighting of the 90s, and Dale was one of probably the best artists that does lighting. He learned a lot from Wrightson, I think he told me, studying Wrightson stuff, which was awesome with the lighting as well. I see lots of Frazetta and how Dale does muscles. Yeah. I bet that's there as well, for sure. Dale is my favorite with big brutes. His muscle structure is dope. His females are fantastic as well. Dale does really good. Yeah. Big muscular characters. Monster-like characters. Yeah, that's absolutely true. Absolutely true. Kirby hands. Interesting. Oh, the whole PITT being a stolen egg that was fertilized by alien was crazy. Yeah, the story was fun too. Like I said, I wasn't going to get too much into the story in this. I just kind of want to bask in the art and be excited that this is back and show you some stuff. If you guys haven't seen it, if you're new to PITT, show you some stuff that you're going to see and then maybe you're going to see in the future, because we're going to cover some of my favorite issues of the entire 20-issue run. We're not going to go crazy long with the show, but I wanted to start out with PITT half. We'll do PITT 1 next, and then I got a couple others I want to show you. Look somewhere else with a blank face. All right, well, thank you for the show. Pretty, very nice. Absolutely is. Well, that is true. Here's one of the books where the art stands up to this day. Rick, you're 100% right, but I would actually say that I think a lot of the stuff from the 90s art-wise stands up today because it was so dynamic. It was so dynamic too. I think that's why we all loved the 90s art. It's just the rendering. Some might be like, oh, it was over rendered. Crying, whining little bitches out there when it comes to art. But I'm telling you, there was nothing like the 90s art. Not saying today is bad art or anything, but when you grow up in an era where you're just getting exposed to this on a regular basis, you got Dale Keown, Jim Lee, Tom McFarlane, and later on you had Greg Capullo, Michael Turner, Stephen Platt, David Finch, Brett Booth. I mean, the list goes on and on for just incredible. I'm leaving out tons and tons of guys. All right, PITT number 1. This is my all-time favorite book, and will always be from the end of time. If you had to say what is your favorite comic book of all time, this PITT number 1. I've never wavered on that. It's probably because this had such an impact on me when I was a kid, and I was like, man, I want to draw like this. And I couldn't imagine drawing like this when I was younger. Like it just this boggled my mind so much when I was a kid. Like, how the hell does a human being draw like this? And just the imagery. I said it before that this hits so well because in early 90s, what we had? We had Predator, we had Terminator, Terminator 2, Predator 2. You had all these awesome sci-fi movies, and I feel like Dale was such a fan of those movies, and he just put this on the screen or on the paper. This is like right out of Terminator. You know, we saw a scene right out of Predator 2 on Pit Half. This is like right out of Terminator. Just you're imagine this. You're reading this book and you're just like, all right, what the hell is going on? Biker gang, and you just have this big muscular character walking naked down the streets of New York. At least I think it's New York. And he's just going to engage in a giant fight. White guy ass. Wait, look, he's got too much muscles to worry about his ass, right? I mean, it's all about here, right? Like, you know, when you got all this, you don't need a big booty, is all I'm saying. I think he's good. I knew it was going to get stolen, so I bought 3 of them, and all 3 got stolen. Jeez. Well, that sucks. And that does suck. And track that down. Going through this beautiful art here. Storytelling wise. Man, look at that arm. This is the kind of stuff, and if Sean was here, I should have sent Sean a link and told him to come on because we were looking at Pitt. But if he was here, he'd just be like, this is the stuff when we were kids. We would look at the rendering and the texture and all this stuff to make the shapes and to bring out all the different muscle shapes and muscles that might even not be real muscles, but they're there and they look cool. The veins, the hands. And this is what made it exciting as an artist. It was like, yeah, this is what I want to do. It's just too good. Man, Dale must have been having a hell of a fun time. Hell of a fun time in 92, 93. I mean, how could you not? Coming off one of the best Hulk runs, and then you get to do your own character for one of the best indie upstart companies at the time that's just ranking in money, ranking in sales on comics. And then he comes in and delivers this juggernaut and absolutely dominates. Unbelievable. Shout out to Joe Chiodo too for doing the colors to this, or at least doing the color layouts. And I think Oli Optics or something probably went over and did it. But the colors on this are just great. Like, this is old school to me comics. You know, you got the oranges, the greens, the yellows. There's just something about this kind of coloring that we need. That I would like to see modern colorists do a little bit more of, instead of getting too trapped in the realistic lighting. You know, just add more color to the page. There's something more for the eyes to see. Kayla seems very excited. Kayla, yes. Kayla's very excited. Where are you at? Of course she is. Of course she is. Look how fucking cool these action sequences are. Yes, Kayla. Yes. You know what's going on. Who's number 1 in the chat right now? I don't even see. 2 is Rick Saylor. Rick Saylor fell to number 2. I was just going to say, if it's not Kayla, I can't imagine who it is. I don't see number 1. Let me know who's number 1, chat. Yeah, these action sequences are just, again, I looked at this book again and again. I never get tired of looking at this. Even right now. Never get tired of it. I've got the original trade. Both of them that they made, because they only made 2, which is another thing about the trades that's going on right now. Some of the people complaining, there were no trades that collected all 20 issues of Pitt. There were only 2 trades that collected the first 10 issues, I believe, or maybe 8 issues. That's all that ever went out. So now is your chance to collect the entire series in trades before the omnibus. So I think that's absolutely awesome. Look at this. Oh, geez. I'm sorry. I'm gonna geek, guys. I'm gonna geek out of this shit. Look at the rendering on this back muscles, the lighting again, this uplighting, this crazy orange uplighting, this arm. This is the kind of stuff that either inspires you to want to draw, or it makes you want to quit. Because you're like, there's no way I could achieve this amazing work. It's just nonstop with this issue. That's why I think I love it. It's like a good action movie. I like some good action. Just give it to me. You've got what, 8 pages here or so with the double spreads, maybe 10 pages of just straight Pitt action, just being badass, showing a character for the first time. Everybody wants to dive so deep into deep stories. Like, no. Character like Pitt, you get in there and you show us how badass he is from page 1. Page 1. That's why this book is so well done. And I was cringe when people were like, you know, I didn't really like the writing on Pitt. Well, what are you looking for? What are you looking for? You want some Alan Moore? Go read Alan Moore. You want an awesome action book with a badass character? Then this, you get it. You get it right here. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. All right. Hold on a second, guys. I just got a guest pop in here. I got to bring him up. I don't know. I do. Okay. All right, guys. Shout out. What is going on, man?
Let's do it.
Yeah. Oh, shit. I should get my lighter. What is
Yeah,
up,
well,
brother?
why don't you have one on standby or something?
Yeah, dude, I've kept that since the first time you came on. I was like, I'm just gonna keep this just in case whenever he comes back on again.
Well, that thing will last for years.
Yeah, no, I love it. This is one of my favorite intros. Good to see you, man.
Bro?
Dude, I am doing fantastic. How are you doing?
Great.
Hell yeah. Congratulations, man. How you feeling about the Pitt Volume
Well,
1
you know,
launch?
great clouds are gonna clear up.
Yeah.
Hold
Hold on a
on,
second.
happy face. You know that song. I can't be the only one who knows that song. Put on a happy face.
Oh yeah, I know. I don't know if I know all the lyrics.
Spread sunshine all over the place and put on, come on, a happy
face.
Come on, guys.
Everybody in the chat, I want to see you.
And I want to
All
see happy faces.
Yeah, everybody is so excited to see Dale here in the chat. Yes,
Oh,
yes,
there
let's
he
go.
Oh,
Shout out to the goat. Let's go.
Where?
You, man. You.
Is the goat coming on?
Don't be so modest. Don't be so modest.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Yeah, take it in. Take it in. You know, it's your moment. You know, let the ego go. Let's go.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm Canadian.
Nah, man. Thank you for joining me tonight. This is awesome. I haven't talked to you in a second. It's great to have you on.
Yeah.
Yeah, appreciate you. You gotta tell Dale Sylvester, you guys, Reaper. Oh yeah, Dale. Did you see that?
I saw a series of photographs.
Yeah. Kayla right here dropped the Dale KEOWN Reaper Destroyer cover, Pitt Homage #1 cover in Sylvester's hands.
I saw that. His hands touched it.
Yeah. It was something else. Holy shit, Shani, thank you so much. $50 says, cheers, Dale. Great to see you.
Holy cow.
Yes. Let me I'm gonna like that. I'm gonna heart that. That. Thank you, Shani. That ain't cheap at all. Let's I gotta play Shani's thing. I gotta play Shani's every time she gives a super chat or anything. I gotta play this. This is her favorite thing. I play it.
Hello, Eugenia.
You're the king. Oh! You are a bastard. Yeah! Let me help you up.
I guess I deserve that.
Oh, I just had to kick you in the diddly again.
Nut crunching dick kicks. She loves it.
Why did I like that? I'm confused right now.
Hey,
you're confused, right?
When I saw earlier in the chat, somebody, I think it was Paul Acevedo in the chat, says he still has his Pit Crew CD.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't even know if I have one.
Oh, really? No shit.
Oh, I'm kind of embarrassed about this, but
okay.
There's that story about storage units. Remember? Like people, think all kinds of things. Like I had originals, because I let like 3 storage units go.
Okay.
Because I was spending like $500 a month to store junk. It was all.
Jeez.
I mean, most of it was junk, but there was a couple of things like there was like 5 boxes of Pit Crew CDs.
Oh no shit.
And I'm like, I can't really just get those back. I think the guy wanted to sell me everything back for $10,000.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about too, because he approached me in DM and he's like, "Hey, would you be willing to go in?" And I'm just like, He's like, I need this much money. I was like, dude, I don't have that much money. He's like, but it's Dale's store. I was like, what do you want me to do about it? That was a weird situation.
I'm not going to buy back my junk. I mean,
like
the thing is, even the PITT Crew CDs, they can be, they're all digital.
Yeah.
You run off. You can make more copies. It was a lot of packaging, though.
Right. Oh, yeah. Like the original plastic.
Exactly. Yes.
Yeah. No, trust me. Back in the day when I was still doing music, yeah, getting those physical CDs all plasticed up and saran wrap and all that stuff, Yeah. I don't have any of that shit anymore, but yeah, I definitely have some files. But no, it's funny because I remember seeing PITT Crew advertised on the back of PITT all the time. Yeah. And when I was a kid, I never could get them or could find them.
Yeah.
But there have been people that have got it, and I think it's pretty badass.
You know where it sold the most?
Huh.
Germany.
Really?
Yeah.
No shit.
It was kind of popular in Germany.
Oh, I can see that.
I probably only sold altogether. The thing about the PITT Crew CD is it was a tax write-off. I did it for taxes.
Really?
Yeah, because
no shit.
Because I would always be buying like all this musical gear with my company money.
Yeah.
Just writing checks.
I
got some good shit. I got like a Mesa Boogie rectifier and a sold out all the good amps.
Oh, hell yeah.
Plus they got the whole ADAT system, which is like, because I used to record onto audio tape, like cassette tapes. And I loved it. We went full digital.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden it sounded like shit.
Yeah, it's something it's interesting with technology, right? With recording, it's like you get better options sometimes, but you lose a little bit of sound as you go. And you go back in the past and people that recorded analog and stuff like that, how great the sound still to this day sounds good. You
don't get that tape saturation with digital.
Yeah.
You have to actually have plugins and like a lot of outboard gear to make that sound, nice again.
Yeah.
Because it's so clean. It's too clean. Anyway, so I had all that gear. And then it's like my accountant says, if you why don't you just release a CD, you can write all that off.
Wow, I didn't even know that.
Yeah, and if you're incorporated, you're allowed like a certain amount, like a loss, like an acceptable loss, they call it. So you can, like, if you're a corporation, you can try stuff to see if it'll work. Like throw stuff against the wall.
Yeah.
And if it sticks, it sticks. But if it doesn't, you can write everything off anyway.
That's awesome.
That saved me like probably $100,000.
No shit. So that's the story behind the PITT Crew CD, huh?
Plus,
wow.
Yeah, it really wasn't. I probably wouldn't have done it if it wasn't for that.
Interesting. Okay.
I mean, I was hanging out with people who were playing music anyway.
Right. Yeah.
We just start working on something. But most of it's like Brian Houghton stuff.
Okay. He was part of the band?
Stuff that he wrote. Some of it we wrote together.
Okay.
And there's like a couple songs he wrote like way back when.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So was that like a collection of your old band that you were, or is it just a few guys and whoever you were jamming with at the time?
I don't know. It was about like, we didn't really have a drummer yet.
Okay.
But I was using one of those like RONIN drum machines. Remember those things?
Yeah.
It wasn't too bad though. I could get a pretty good sound.
So yeah, if you knew what you were doing, yeah, you could do it. Yeah.
I was going on to cassette tape. What we would do is we'd have a cassette. You go on a cassette and then you dump that onto the audio portion of a VHS tape.
Okay.
Because the audio portion of a VHS tape is a little bit thicker than a cassette.
Gotcha. Okay.
So when it goes on high res. So you bounce it back down. There's no loss.
No shit. I mean, okay.
It doesn't matter now because nobody does that anyway.
Right.
But that's the way we did it.
Dude, I always find that fascinating because, when I started recording music, it was all with the digital plugins and stuff, I mean, we record live, but there would be so many plugins and just everything to what we were doing. That's just,
right into Pro Tools.
Yeah, exactly. Pro Tools and all the other, knockoff cheaper versions of that program that were out there. Yeah. That's kind of what we did, and it's, but yeah, looking back, I would have loved to have gotten that just clean, crisp tone of back in the day recording music, like that's, I missed out on that.
I don't know how much money I've spent on plugins. Like, I don't know, man. I just got into recording.
Yeah.
Probably like $50,000 in plugins that I don't even use anymore. Like, you change computer and all your old.
Oh yeah.
In order to get them back, you got to go to the website and enter your password and re-download them.
Yeah, dude, it used to have like just a simple Line 6 that I had, and that was back. I had a regular or like a Windows computer or whatever with the CDs, you know, for uploading the program and everything. And I kept the Line 6 interface, and then I got a Mac, and I'm like, this has no import, you know, for CDs. So you had to go onto their website, and then you have to remember all your information. And of course I didn't. And it's like $200 to re-download everything. Like, God, that sucks.
Oh yeah, that's your man. And then a lot of these companies have subscriptions now.
Yeah. Yeah.
No?
That's it. I mean, even like Photoshop, like everybody's going to subscription-based stuff, and they're just getting money out of you.
Yeah, every month. I mean, and sometimes I won't use it for like 2 months.
I know, that's the sucky thing about it. Like right now, for some reason, my Photoshop won't even open it up. It keeps saying there's something wrong once I get there. So I got to uninstall it, reinstall it or something. But Clip Studio, I was using there for a second.
Oh yeah.
And I changed my credit card because I got back from vacation. I had weird charges on it. So I canceled the card and I forgot about it. And so it ended my subscription. I went back and re-signed up. And I lost everything that I had saved on Clip, which was like, you know, graphics and you know all the stuff that I used for Reaper Destroyer for the shows and stuff, you know. So that was a real pain in the ass. But
it might be somewhere on a cloud.
Maybe I'll have to.
I'm thinking there's probably things on a cloud you don't want there. Like, you know how you think you delete something, but it's not.
No, trust me that
everything's out there.
When the cloud started first becoming a thing, I was thinking to myself, like, there's certain things on that I have on my phone and stuff that I don't want to get uploaded and forget about it. And so I was very careful after a while of the stuff that I kept.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, some of that stuff I probably don't want to ever see the light of day.
Exactly. And I've never taken a dick pic, so I'm saying.
Yeah, well, I have thousands of them probably out there. Just to all my haters, which is fine. I'm very, very confident in everything. If that ever sees the light of day, I'm good with it. But
yeah, imagine you go, I want to try to take a dick pic. You take one and you go, oh no, I got to get rid of it. But it's not.
But it goes right to the cloud. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, never include your face.
No, that's the thing. Never, nothing that can identify you. You know, it was hard for me, you know, because you got to keep your hand, everything out of it because of tattoos and stuff, you know. But
wedding ring.
That was the thing to do back in the day, though. When you're in your 20s and stuff, like that became the big rage. Sending pics all over the place to get pics sharing, you know.
Yeah, I'm glad I missed it.
It was a fun time. I enjoyed it. I got a lot of great pics back, so it was beneficial.
Yeah, and
Shani gave a $10 memberships. Man, look at you, girl. Thank you so much. Katie did picked up one. Corey Barton, McShort, Saltwater Cowboy, Foss Fury.
Yeah.
A Joe. Nice. Christopher John, One Wicked, Evo. And that's all I'm seeing. That might have been it. But thank you, Shani. I appreciate you so much. I'm gonna play that towards the end of the show for you because I got Dale here. I want to talk to him for a little bit before we dive in. Guys, I see some of your super chats. I'm gonna dive into those here in a second as well.
Okay.
That was fun music talk. I go down a rabbit hole. I could talk about music forever, obviously, with you. You know, I've said before, like, you were one of my inspirations to be in a band and be an artist.
Right.
Just based on one article I read in Wizard that talked about your life, you know, and how you got into comics. And I was like, that's it. I was like, I want to be in a band and I want to be a comic book artist afterwards. So
I can never read an interview I've done. No, because like when I do interviews, like I'm not in the right headspace. Like I'm not in the right, you know, like if I do interviews.
I got you.
Especially like live interviews. Even interviews, I'm like rewriting and trying to.
Well, I got to say that back in the day, though, as just me and Sean, you know, like we grew up in the 90s and stuff.
Sean?
So, you know, I should send him the link. Oh. I'm going to tell him that you're on, see if he wants to jump on. All right.
That's why I can hear like music in the background.
Yeah, I was doing some experiments with playing stuff in the background just to add spice to the show, you know. So I've got a little bit of background music just there to get us through and everything.
Have a constant like that game show music.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, yeah, I try to keep it like, you know, more hard rock and stuff, you know, and just, you know, mellow if we have to.
And put some sound effects like wah, 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 wah.
Dude, jumping back into music real quick, the music talk real quick.
All right.
Once I've got a very modest setup here, not like I used to have when I was recording, So I've got like Ableton Live, just some simple stuff where you can do, record, what I'm saying? Just the simple shit. And I do want to get back into doing that because it's been a second since I recorded music and did any kind of singing or whatnot. So I would absolutely love to write more music for shows that I'm doing, just in general, background music, and into just, making my own shit again. So,
they sell these, it's like these little units for people who really can sing loud, and it goes over your head. Like microphone is here, and it's just just a sound booth around
it. Dude, we used to build our
sing loud.
Yeah, we used to build our own shit like that. Just hang stuff from the ceiling and create our own, music, box there. Yeah, that's all we did. A lot of the stuff we did in basements that we recorded, shit came out sounding really good.
Necessity breeds invention.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And does it ever? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. All right, Sean, hit me back up. Okay, he's not feeling too good, but he says, "Shout out, Dale. Good to see you." Yeah. Shout out, Sean. Hope you feel better, my friend. All right. I wanted to ask a couple of questions since you're here. Sure. Pit number 1. Let me bring that back up on screen here. Let me get back up here. Pit number 1. You said you did this with a brush, right?
Yeah. Number 2. Number's 02 Pure Sable.
Oh, jeez. I don't understand how you get these lines with a brush, dude.
I still have them.
Really? The original brushes?
Yeah.
No shit.
Yeah. Well, if you get a good brush, it'll last you for a long time.
Shit, man. All the ones I get fucking...
every time you use it, and it's kind of gross.
Yeah.
But you can use it, and you got to like wash it and then use your saliva to...
you know what?
To keep the point, you got to put it in your mouth.
I've done that with a couple of my brushes. I just don't know if they're good brushes or not. But I can never get the point. I can never get the point on them to get like good line work.
What you got to do, and this sounds weird, like on your phone, you have a magnifying glass. Or you go in a art store and you got to check every tip, and you can see the one where it's perfect at the end.
Yeah,
you have to have like a magnifying glass to see it.
Okay,
and that's the one you buy, because every batch has a few that are just perfect.
I'm gonna have to try it because I've seen people ink with brushes before, like Sandra Hope. I've watched videos of her inking. It's so impressive to watch her ink with a brush.
It's different because you got to hover.
Yeah,
and you got to put just enough pressure. And if it's too much, and if you put too much pressure, the line's too thick.
And see, that's the thing. Like that's what scares me. But like I've been inking with a 102 crow quill, just practicing on that.
I can tell you use one.
Yeah, I do that. I do some pen work too when I'm sketching. But like I can do that a lot easier. I tried doing the brush thing, and I couldn't do it. It didn't look good. I just couldn't get the line works I wanted.
Because a quill is a little bit more similar to drawing with a pencil because you can put some pressure on it.
Right. Yeah.
But you got to be careful with a quill too, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's like all of a sudden, I don't know how many times I've been inking and there's.
I've done that. Well, thank God for whiteout.
Well, no, what I do is I grab a piece of tissue paper, and I dab it, and it wicks up into the.
Oh no shit!
And then I dab it, and then I grab the sand eraser.
Okay.
And then if you do that, you can.
Interesting.
I don't use whiteout. I don't like the way.
Really? Okay.
I don't like the way that looks like 20 years from now.
Oh.
The paper will yellow, but the whiteout won't.
That's a good point.
Or is it the other way around?
I think the paper. Yeah. The paper will yellow. Yeah. The paper will yellow after time, depending on how it's stored.
Mm-hmm.
For sure.
And whiteout is just like a plastic or something, right?
Yeah, like I use a lot of the Pasco or whatever they are.
Yeah.
Brushes or pens,
Yeah, I've got.
So those are really nice. I like those for just doing some highlights and stuff. I mean, you do a lot of your stuff from here. I want to bring up the
I do use white
talk
paint.
About it.
But,
yeah, you do a lot.
Yeah, I had like this certain white paint that was just the best.
Yeah.
The best. And then they stopped making it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it would go over anything. You know how, let's say when you put down pencil really thick, it's almost like Teflon. It's
like no
white paint. This white paint would actually stick to that. The only white paint I've ever tried.
Okay,
I kind of addicted to it, and then they stopped making it, and I was completely lost. I couldn't find a replacement. I was online in like forums, and there's people going, "Yeah, I love that white." And then they stopped making it. Oh, I almost bought like a couple of extra jars. They'd probably be running out about right now.
That's, I mean, if you got the money, you
I should
stockpile that.
Maybe
shit.
someone can find it for me.
Omni64 says, how much would it cost to make a box with chains on it to put all the issues in it like a box set? Interesting. Interesting.
Come on. I want to find it.
All right, deal's off on a mission.
Oh wait. Oh.
I'll just listen to it for a second.
Oh yeah. I think that. No, that's not it. No, that's not it. Shit, I'm sorry.
Yeah, everybody, hit the like button if you haven't yet. I haven't seen how many likes are on the video, but we have 120 people in here. Damn, I want to see 120 likes. Let's go. And sharing out the PITT Volume 1 while Dale is looking for that. PITT Volume 1 trade is out there. Make sure you guys have backed it if you haven't backed it yet. I had to refresh this because someone did say they backed.
I can't find it.
Oh, I can't. Okay.
But I did find this cool Spider-Man.
That's great. Yeah.
That guy.
Look at that.
Oh, he's all dusty.
Dude, all my figurines and stuff are dusty up here. Yeah. That's cool. I like that. You ever use that for modeling and stuff when you're doing poses? Like the action figures?
Like a magnet base.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Nice.
Yes. Actually, to answer your question, if I'm ever drawing Cyberfrog, I have the action figure right there.
Yeah, there you go.
It's so good because he's not easy to draw.
No, he's not. I haven't even attempted it.
I mean, he's not easy to draw right.
That's right. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like
literally his eyes are on the same level as his snout. It's really weird to draw.
Yeah, and you gotta get that
and if you don't get that
right,
it doesn't look like Ethan's Cyberfrog.
Yeah, if you don't get the head right when you're drawing Cyberfrog, it looks really weird.
It is a very particular shape.
Yeah, and that's one of the reasons why I have never tried drawing. Is there's just some figures I look at, I'm just like, nah, I don't want to do it because it's just
it's intimidating.
Yeah. Well, Pitt's another one. Like I've drawn Pitt maybe one time in my life,
right?
Because I don't want to see a shitty version of the character if I can't draw it right. So that's like I'll just stick out. And I'm just like, nah, I'll let you handle that. You and guys like Michael Turner.
Right.
Thank you. I love this, and I love the fact that you colored it too. To just kind of give the whole.
I'm still tweaking.
Yeah, no, I can't wait to the final version. I grabbed up the Turner Holochrome cover.
Oh, great, yeah,
right when it dropped.
That's the 24-hour special.
Yeah. Like one thing I was saying about what I loved about this, just using this image, is that one, Turner was such a legend. R.I.P. gone way too soon. Mm-hmm. It's good to see his art still out there and celebrated. Like I see the Aspen guys doing it, putting out Turner work and making it covers, and I think DC did something not too long ago with some of his like a Batman image they put out, made it a cover.
Yeah,
but just keeping it alive, keeping the art alive. Like I think that's awesome.
Yeah, I remember Mike would do these. I remember seeing his originals.
Yeah,
and the stuff that Peter Steigerwald colored over.
Oh, jeez,
and
so good.
He would just he wouldn't even spot any blacks. It would just be like almost like a coloring book, and then Peter would take it and just super adjust the contrast when he sees so it's almost looks like inks, and then he would just do like a watercolor over top.
Yeah,
amazing.
That when those two guys started jamming together, they really changed the industry quite a bit. And I felt bad for inkers at the time because they really set a trend to go from really tight pencils. You had to have the skill to do it, but go from tight pencils to colors. And the inkers kind of took a hit there for a second, but they really revolutionized stuff with what they did. And that team together, that's like the Jim Lee Scott Williams, as far as like they meshed so well. They knew what each other wanted, that Steigerwald would take stuff that Turner did that was very line work and just add so much to it. And it was just some of the most beautiful art you're ever going to see. Yeah.
And also at the same time, all those guys at Aspen, they're all friends.
Yeah.
They all hang out. They like each other,
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
they're,
yeah.
you know, they're like handing off work to each other. They all work in the same, I think, the same place.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know what it's like now, but
Well, yeah, but back then at the time, yeah.
Yeah.
Did you ever get the Michael Turner's Treasury edition of the Batman,
No.
Superman Batman run he did?
no,
Oh, dude.
is that black and white?
Yeah, it's just his pencils. It's
Oh,
the scans of his original pencils.
Yeah.
So beautiful, man. Like I bought that. Like, you can probably still find it like on eBay or something. People are selling it on the secondary market or whatever. But that's seeing that, and it's like 11 by 17, so it's like full size, you know, hardcover book. It's the entire run that he did, and it's just seeing that kind of stuff up close and personal. It's just life changing.
I've seen that.
Well, I mean, yeah, you saw the originals, probably. Yeah. Oh, it's crazy.
Plus, the reproductions are pretty good. What do
Yeah.
they call those? There's the ones called artist editions.
Yeah, the artist or the
Where you see all the award, all the flaws.
that's what I love about it. You can see all the erasing.
Yeah.
You know, like where he's adjusting
Even the
your
corners
figure
are
work and all that
they're
stuff.
like dog-eared corners.
Yeah. That just, I mean, when I was a younger artist and I would see like your work, right, finished work on the page,
Right.
I would think like, you know, I got to draw like this, like it's got to be the finished look. You know, I never really understood like how to draw storytelling with pencils, you know, and so like I spent so much time trying to draw finished art because I didn't know the steps. You know, nobody ever taught me.
Yeah.
And so when you see stuff like that, or you see like the unwrapped books by like Capullo or Jim Lee or something, you really see the behind the scenes of penciling, you know, and it just really changes your perspective on penciling, you know, sequentially.
Well, for me, it was the Marvel tryout book. Remember that?
Yeah.
And it had like Ramita stuff.
Yeah.
And back then, it was like I tried, but I couldn't get it. It wasn't until I like just sort of used to draw on my own.
Yeah.
It got better because I enjoyed the process.
I think that's it. Like you can actually tell when, see, and that's the funny thing about you, Dale, is we talk about some of the artists out there that haven't peaked, you know, because I was listening to a Rob Liefeld podcast a while ago, and he was talking about like how some of his heroes, when they got to like 50s and 60s, how their work kind of started to dip a little bit, you know. And it's like you look at guys like you, there's constantly, you know, Silvestri's the same way, constantly getting better, and you can tell that that's because there's still a love for drawing, and that's the thing. You have a passion still for drawing, like that hasn't gone away, so you continue to get better, and that's inspiring for any artist out there.
I think that's the trick. It's not that you're getting older. It's like you really have to want to.
Yeah.
Because some people just give up. Like, you know how Bernie writes and he peaked. And then he kind of like his stuff kind of suffered a little bit.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I think his health was not getting, you know what I mean? He had health.
Yeah. That's another factor for
The
sure.
motivation does change in that regard. Like when you're young and healthy, everything's great. You can work all the time. But when
right.
Like shit does happen.
No, unfortunately, that's I mean, even I'm glad that you haven't, to my knowledge, experienced any kind of like health issues when it comes to drawing. Like, yeah, like that's awesome. Like even I'm only 43, right? So, but I have problems with my wrists now, like some nerve kind of shit that I'm working out with a chiropractor and other stuff. Because I mean, I did a lot of guitar playing, drawing, so much shit, you know, over the time that my hands sometimes will get shaky.
Even gripping that mic, eh? That mic.
Exactly. Like death grip on the mic and stuff when you're playing, you know. Yeah. So, but no, I'm glad, you know, and that's my goal is to always keep on improving, you know, like, and that's when you look at guys like you, guys like Silvestri, there's no excuse for artists to ever peak.
Yeah.
You know, because if you do peak, then you're not really trying new things. You're not trying to improve as you go, you know, and it's a perfect example out there.
It's like you're resting on your laurels.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Yeah. You reached it and you're like, I'm good. I don't need to get any better. Shanny dropping another 10 memberships. Holy shit. That's 25 you've done tonight. Thank you so much. I'm gonna play that a couple times at the end of the show for you. Thank you. Appreciate you so much. Got a ton of people in here. I can't say shout out to everybody, but thank you so much. Remember, hit the like button, share the stream out, let people know what we're doing here, having a good conversation. We got Dale motherfucking KEOWN here talking about PITT, talking about music. It's been a hell of a fun night so far, so join in on the conversation as well. And yeah, throw some ducks into the chat for Shanny. That's what we do when she drops memberships, super chats, all that kind of stuff. So shout out to her.
I get a lot of ducks in my my notifications.
Yeah, I bet. That's our girl right there. We love her.
Ducks everywhere.
Yeah.
ducks and kittens.
Ooh, okay.
And sometimes together, which is very adorable.
It's like that's an interesting combo. That's probably I can see that coming from Shanny for sure. Yeah. Chris H said Pitt guest appearance in Reaper Destroyer issue 2. No, I wish one day maybe that could come true.
I remember like, a few years ago I was entertaining the idea of like how Pitt like visits all the books.
I remember you saying that. Yeah. I think you can still do that.
It wouldn't have to be much, like maybe he's peeking around a corner.
Right, yeah, just pops in, for a panel here or there, Yeah.
Not like Find Waldo. But.
Right, no, yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I think that would be awesome. Still a style I like to lifestyle, all the 90s stuff I love still. I mean, you guys know that if you follow this channel. Like I'm, hell yeah. There's the Ducks, Rick. Thank you. Appreciate you guys.
Look at them all.
Is there I had a question about are you guys planning on doing anything with the spin-off books that you guys put out, like the Pit Crew or the Blood or what? Yeah, whatever that was.
I'm not gonna touch the Pit Crew stuff.
Okay.
I don't think.
Possibly, maybe in the future, but not right now.
I'm trying to think if I actually drew any of those.
I don't think you. I mean, you did a lot of covers.
Yeah, I saw. No,
but you had like guest artists and stuff doing stories and. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. I mean, I'm mostly into just the Pit stuff in general.
Yeah, I mean that's stuff is just. I was just trying to. I used to work with Richard Pace. He was writing stuff. I was just giving him stuff to like play around with.
Yeah.
Up with some cool ideas though.
No, I mean, I
love the idea of Baby Pitt.
Dude, I love the Baby Pitt.
I mean, I want to do a story of what happens. Like I've already kind of done that. Where they throw him away like he's discarded. He's a piece of garbage. He was in a failed experiment.
Yeah.
And they threw him away. Actually, they were scared of him, and that's why they did that.
Because he was crazy powerful, and he was just insanely just
powerful. He has too much of his father in him.
Yeah.
But he's also part human, so he could survive on the planet. Because the Creed race cannot breathe Earth air.
Let me, since you're talking about the
atmosphere is different.
Yeah, let me see if I can bring up.
The Pit can breathe the Earth air.
Yeah, that's what was cool about the character. All right, let me get to. Oh, that's not.
That's the hockey. That's my favorite. That's fucking Dan Panosian in that stuff.
Yeah. I remember when this came out.
Stuff. He's literally my favorite inker on my stuff.
Panosian is?
Yes.
I know because he did the Hulk Pit, right? As well. Yeah.
Also, he did one of my most favorite double page spreads, which is the one where Timmy's holding the hockey stick.
Yeah.
I love that.
That's in this, isn't it? Right here.
Yeah, look at Shanny.
Yeah.
Shanny, look, hockey stick.
Yeah.
She's gonna want that original.
This was this the first issue you had that was full bleed comics? Or was that 9?
This was wait a minute. Oh my god. What issue is this?
This is 10.
No.
Oh no, yeah, full bleed.
Oh, no, it was. That's right. I branched off, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh my god, right?
I remember it was like trippy for me when I was a kid because I was so used to seeing the image eye on Pitt that when I picked this up, it threw me for a loop. I was like, wait a minute, like what?
Almost.
Yeah. I was like, what's happening?
Yeah, that's when I left. Obviously.
Yeah.
No, really. Yeah. I mean, I probably could have still put full bleed on there if I wanted to. But why would I when I would have the image logo on there,
Well, yeah. I was actually
that eye was iconic.
Oh, it was so I mean, when I was a kid, like all I wanted to do was have a comic with that eye on it. Because I was just like image comic, it just looks so cool. Like it was one of the best, like shout out to Rob Liefeld for just designing something so simple, but it looks so badass on comics,
Yeah, sure did.
Let me bring that down for a second. We were talking about Baby Pitt. It's funny because I've thought the same thing for so long. I'm like, why isn't dive into the time when Baby Pitt was crawling out of the pit before he gets picked up by Quag, and there's so much story there. Like I was even in my head, do fan fiction and stuff of what he could do, in that period of time on that planet. What would he do? How would he survive? But yeah, like this issue right here, I remember when it came out, I absolutely loved it because of the baby character, because it's just something you didn't even think about. Like how often do you see a baby version of your favorite character, and they're still like this badass, just wrecking machine. Like, it's where'd you come up with that idea? Like, do you remember like when that popped in one day? You're like, I'm just gonna do
I don't know. I just thought I was just drawing Pitt, and I just drew him like that, and I thought it kind of looks like a baby Pitt. Like, I'm gonna pop him in there.
Yeah,
but he's just like a shrunk. It's just like a shrunk. It's like more compact.
Yeah,
but the thing is, they throw him away in the limestone depths, and down there's a whole different world.
Yeah.
So I want to do a story where
you should
like flashing back between the two.
Look at that.
And he's like fighting giant cave crickets,
Yeah, that would be awesome, man.
Like literally an animal would like a big cricket would eat him, then he would rip himself out of the guts.
Dude,
I want him really fucking graphic, you know what I mean? Like over the top.
Yeah.
But not, like all the guts would be green and yellow.
Yeah, of course. You gotta have different you gotta have different blood and stuff, like
it's like a magenta, kind of a purpley. I mean,
that's what I loved about the character,
the red. But you know what I love? My favorite thing was the spawn blood.
The green ecto
and also that was also Predator, right?
Predator, yeah. Yep. It's funny because I think about that all the time. Like when you create like a character and you're like, if they're not human, what kind of blood do you want? And it's like, well, I can't do green because Spawn. I can't do like the pinkish color because of Pitt. You're very limited, It's like, damn it, all the cool colors are taken.
Exactly. What do you brown? No. No one wants a brown liquid.
Nobody wants that. Maybe black. Black was because back in like DC and Marvel, if you want to do like a lot of blood, but you couldn't do the red because of the comics code, it was black.
Yes,
and that did look cool back in the day. And I was like, all right.
I mean, if you could have a character as black blood.
Yeah. Like I might do that.
I did this one book covers for Top Cow called Berserker. You ever see that?
I think I probably have. I've seen. I mean, so many of your covers I've seen.
It was like I don't know what was like. They just said just go as gory and graphic as you can.
Yeah,
and it's just like people ripping each other apart. Like I have this black guy ripping a white guy apart.
Oh shit! Just right in half, guts all over the place.
Yeah, because it's based on that Viking myth, Berserker.
Okay.
Where it's like these guys who look normal. They're not like jacked, but they have human strength. They can rip you in half because they got berserker rage. And they can be black or Chinese or a girl.
They just got that.
They got the strength to rip you apart. I should pull that up. I'm gonna find it.
Yeah, pull it up. I'd love to see that. Okay. I'm gonna bring up an image here while you're doing that from PITT 12, which was one of my favorite books because it carried off of the baby Pitt storyline. And I just love the way that the book opened with the heavy gray tones with the green lighting that you had in this.
Dude, I forgot about that.
Yeah, dude.
Honestly.
Look at this. Look at this.
That was fun.
That's in this Pitt you have
coloring my own stuff. I was getting into like super rendering every little thing.
Oh, dude, I remember because the back of PITT 10 or PITT 11, you had like a breakdown because you put like a featurette in there about like how you were coloring your stuff, And I remember starting to see how you colored. Yeah, still some beautiful stuff, man. Even as you were getting into it back then. But I love this.
Baby Pitt.
Again, right? It's just a miniature Pitt. I mean, look at this baby that's absolutely ripped. Like so cool. Yeah, look at that.
That's when he's climbing back up.
Yep, I love everything about this art.
I'm gonna erase this whole storyline.
Really?
I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna make it a dream sequence.
Oh shit! Okay, like from here through 20.
Look at his back. Like I don't know anything about muscle, but it's it's wonky, right? But
it's funny because when I was a kid,
all these bumps. Oh yeah. Those look like muscles, eh?
I was just gonna say when I was a kid, it didn't matter. It was just like these lines are just so damn cool.
As long as the lighting is consistent.
Yeah.
You can get away with pretty much anything. Well,
and just again, like these are issues I used to read over and over again every single day.
Yeah.
Seeing images like this, and I would just look at the muscle construction, and I would just look at the lighting and the line work that you would do, the way that you would construct the body with the bigger characters, and just like these gigantic arms and the skinny waists. Oh, so good, man.
I would get lost. I would just be like, just lost in my drawing, listen to music or.
You can tell. Yeah, I was just gonna say you can absolutely tell that you were just. This is something you were just.
Yeah, probably smoking.
Lose yourself to. Yeah, smoke a little weed. Lose yourself in the music you're listening to, and then just go balls crazy on this art. So awesome.
Dude, I would I don't know how much Opie and Anthony I listened to while I drew.
Yeah.
I loved, it started with Howard Stern. I would, get up, draw to Howard Stern, listen to some music.
Yeah.
It was Opie and Anthony.
Really? Okay. No shit. Yeah. It's funny because I'll listen to anything that's got a really good driving beat for the most part.
Yeah.
Just because it gets me into that zone, that just kind of rhythm, it's just how I don't even know how to explain it. You probably understand what I'm saying, but if anybody else is listening, it's hard to explain it.
I'm a huge fan of just finding a FM metal station and just letting it go.
There you go.
I've discovered so much music that way. It's like, well, who is that? Who's that?
Yeah.
I mean, if it's satellite, it says who it is, but it was just FM. Do you listen to Octane? Do you have satellite?
I've got my Amazon Prime membership that I did for music, and a lot of times I'll just get on and they've got pre-made metal or hard rock or whatever genre you want channels, and you just bring that up and it just plays whatever. If you want something from the 90s or whatever, it just plays.
Yeah.
A lot of times there's some really good shit on there, and I discover new bands even from back in the day a lot of times from just doing that.
Right. I remember, I can't remember where it was. Oh, I remember when Howard Stern once played Disturbed. I had never heard of them.
Oh, really? That was the first time you heard it was on Howard Stern?
Back when they had Sam the Record Man, all these HMV, what's it called?
Yeah.
These actual music stores where I would write down who it was and I would walk down to the music store and I would buy the CD.
Nice.
And so I thought that was it Down with the Sickness?
Yeah, that was their first, I think, song that came out.
I listened to way too much. I just listened to Disturbed.
I remember when Disturbed first came out, everybody liked it, but then it was so overplayed. And that was the thing about the 90s radio. They overplayed stuff so much that you would start to dislike bands.
Yeah,
just because of that.
Remember Stained? They just overplayed Stained.
Oh, dude, Stained came out and everybody was like, Mud Shovel, that's great. And we all loved Mud Shovel. And then, you get into the ballady, whiny stuff that Aaron Lewis would do, which was good, but then you would hear it 15 times a day on whatever radio station you're listening to, and after a while it's like, yeah, dude, I get it, whatever, you start to dislike it. It was bad. Radio stations back then were bad,
And what else? Bush,
yeah. Bush, the first album that they dropped, 16 Stone, was great. When I was how old? I was like 12, I think, maybe, when that came out,
Yeah.
And I remember that just being one of the coolest bands I had seen at the time. And then they came out with Razor Blade Suitcase, and that was a fun follow-up to 16 Stone. Yeah, there was, so many good bands from that era.
Some of those bands I didn't really get into the deep cuts.
Yeah.
I've never purchased a Limp Bizkit CD. Have you?
I got the very first one they put out. The $3 bills, y'all album that they put out was what I liked about that, and what I like about a lot of those early albums that the 90s bands put out, is they were very much, it was raw, right? Because you're taking a lot of their demos, and a lot of times you're either re-recording them or you're cleaning it up, and then you're putting it out there. So it was that raw energy that a local band trying to make it brought. And there was something special about that stuff. And then you get to their follow-ups and everything, and then it's a little bit more, I don't know. there's just a little bit, some of them lack that the energy that Coming Up had.
Yeah.
I don't even know how to explain it, if that makes sense to you guys out there.
And of course, it's like every band that puts out their first album, they've had 10 years to write songs.
Yeah.
All the songs, and then the second album was the leftover song that they couldn't fit on the first album.
Right. Yeah, that's what they always. I remember when I was coming up in music. It's
not always, but
a lot of times that's true. Is like a lot of people would be like, you got your entire life to write that first album, and then you go out and you tour, and then the studio puts you right back in the studio, or the label puts you in the studio, and it's like, here, produce that now in 6 months.
That's not great for creativity.
No, it's definitely not. That's why I have a lot of respect for bands who are able to continue to write great music.
I think that's why a lot of bands break up. It's because of that pressure. The pressure of your next album.
Yeah,
it better be good.
It's got to be crazy. Like you had so many one-hit wonders in the 90s because of that. Not that they didn't make more music, because they did, but they never made that another hit. They never made the quality stuff like they did on their first album, because that's what it was. You get signed, you had all that pressure for the next time going in, and you don't have the time that you had when you were a teenager into your 20s, writing song after song after song and learning what worked and what didn't work,
Plus you've practiced them so much that you go in the studio, you just play them live,
Yeah.
It's expensive. Back then it was expensive.
Oh, I bet.
But nowadays everybody does it in their basement.
I was going to say, the one thing that sucks about getting old is...
Oh, tell me about it. You young whippersnapper.
Yeah, I'll take that. But music, right? Music, the touring life and all, it's a young man's game. Even for somebody in their 40s.
For sure.
I did it throughout my 20s and my 30s. I was still young. Lifestyle, you go out and do it. And you had all this recording aspects at your disposal.
Yeah.
But it's like it got better and better. Like now anybody can buy plugins, they can buy whatever, and you can record. You see these guys on YouTube that do these just covers, and that's all they do. And they make millions of views and all this kind of stuff. And they just do in the recordings. When you listen to it, they sound fantastic. It's like, where was that back in the 90s when we were originally breaking in as garage bands in our teens? Like, imagine if we had that back then.
Imagine if we had auto tune.
Oh, well, yeah.
You hear that, Black Sabbath's last concert. Remember that?
Yeah.
A month and a half ago.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Apparently they had auto tune on Ozzy's voice live.
Really?
Like they can do it live now.
Well, I know technology wise, they definitely can.
To the actual released stuff that they released, everything's in tune. You can tell there's like an auto tune happening. And I'm thinking, I don't give a shit. That was his last concert. I mean, as long as people enjoy it. He really shouldn't have been, like, he was in bad shape.
He was in bad shape, and you could see. So I bought the pay-per-view or whatever.
Yeah,
watched it. It was overall was a great. I mean, the amount of bands that they had was awesome. Just to see so many people get together. But watching Ozzy get out there and do his last performance, and just getting out, he couldn't walk. He was in the chair, But there are some people, and I hate the internet sometimes, man, because they're just full of some just fucking assholes. Because there's some people that they were like, "Oh, he sounds like shit." I'm like, motherfucker, he's 70 some years old, 76. You try singing for your entire life and then get out there at 76 and still sound like your best, going through all the health issues. I was listening to Mama, I'm Coming Home.
Yeah,
that he sang, and I was like, you can tell that his voice isn't all there, but it still sounded great.
At the same time, the whole crowd singing along.
Yeah, it's the atmosphere. It's the whole energy of the crowd. They were showing pictures of people crying, men and women. Just the impact that dude made musically on everybody. And now everybody knew it was his last show. Yeah. I mean, there was rumors out there too of his health. It wasn't a surprise to me that he died only a couple weeks later.
Yeah.
With all of it, So I mean, it is a highly emotional thing. It was like, I thought it was great. I loved it.
Yeah. Now, I remember Sharon said that there was one band that didn't play because they were asking for too much money.
Really? I would have done that for free.
I think that was Megadeth.
Oh, that's right, because they weren't there.
Yeah. There was some Megadeth.
That's interesting. Yeah.
A lot of people were there.
Yeah, because almost every big name you could think of was there. Yeah, you're right. Megadeth wasn't there.
I think that they would forfeit any money, but
I would have done it for free.
A lot of expenses for every band, right? So they would have to get paid.
Yeah, the budget for that show was probably crazy. Like if I was a band, if I got invited to play, I'd be like, just cover me to come out.
Yeah,
and room and board, cover those expenses, and I'll play for free. That's it. Because you're there to honor the Godfather of metal.
Yeah, just to be part of that.
Yeah, just to be a part of that big show. Yeah. But you know, there are egos out there.
Yeah. And now Megadeth is calling it quits.
Are they really?
Yeah. They're going to do one more album, one more studio album.
Okay.
But you know, like, you know, they've been going a long time, man. I mean, how many guitar players have they gone through?
Fuck.
Like fucking 10.
I lost track.
I don't know who's going to be up there anytime I see them.
No, yeah, because Mustaine is the only original left, isn't he?
Yeah.
I think at this point.
That might be their original drummer. No, wait,
okay.
That was that other guy who died or something.
Oh, well, yeah. I've honestly lost track because there's been so many different members to that band.
You were probably more into like metal bands that came a little bit after.
Yeah, but
about my blind spot, right? Like
the blind spot,
where it's like I didn't listen to a lot of music for like 10 years, like bands like Five Finger, not like those kinds of bands. I never listened to them.
Gotcha.
So it was a blind spot. I just and then Mandy started sending me videos.
Yeah.
These bands, and I'm like, what? And that's all I listened to was like Five Finger.
Yeah. Well, yeah. The new metal craze was pretty fun when it started because it was metal, but it was a little bit different.
I love it. Just
yeah.
Really gets my blood boiling.
I liked Megadeth back in the day when I was a kid because I liked Metallica was the first metal band I got into.
Right.
And then I was introduced to Megadeth, and then I was introduced to Pantera. It was kind of in that order, you know. And so I was into Megadeth back when I was 13 or so, you know, and this was like early 90s, so they've been around for a second. Same thing with Metallica.
Damn, Vulgar Display of Power.
Oh,
which one was the Fist?
That was Vulgar Display of Power.
Vulgar Display.
Yeah,
I love that.
Yeah,
and it was so like, it just like I'm so used to like music with all this reverb and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It's so dry, dude.
Oh, I know.
It's just like a guitar is right there, and the vocals are right there. It's beautiful.
What? The thing about Pantera that was so great is that the Abbott brothers, Vinny and Dime, their dad owned a studio.
That's right.
You know, and they did all their recording before they got signed.
Like country music or something.
Yeah. And so they had access to a studio. They had the knowledge. And what made that band so impressive to the ear was they came up with tones that they worked on. Like there was no tone like Vinnie Paul's drums. And there was no tone like Dime's guitar.
Yeah.
When you heard it at that point, you know, like they sounded so different. And
nothing else sounded like that.
Yeah, nothing did. I mean, I think that's why they took off so much. You know, besides the songs were just so catchy and so driving. You know, like Dime was just a genius at riff writing. You know,
his amps were like a lot of guitar players use like tube amplifier.
Yeah,
vacuum tubes like a Marshall or
right. Yep.
His Randall was solid state.
Yeah.
It's exactly why he could be so articulate, because solid state is more instantaneous than tube.
Yeah, I mean,
that was a big part of his sound.
Yeah, it was funny about tubes. Like when we were playing music, like the whole craze was like, get a tube amp.
Yeah,
right? Everybody wanted to get a tube amp, you know. But some of those solid state amps did just produce some really nice tones if you knew what you were doing as a guitarist. You know, like I played with some very talented guys that knew how to develop tone.
Yeah.
You know, and so it was fun to watch them do it. I couldn't do it, but just to see them do different tones that they could do, you know. So, but Dime had that, and you know, Phil had that different voice. You know, he was coming in because they came off of that Metal Magic or whatever it was album before Cowboys from Hell, and he was still doing that high singing.
Yeah,
kind of like Cowboys was. Yeah.
Actually a really good singer for that.
Yeah, back in the day, like he could
really
do the
pitch.
Yeah, he could do like the Judas Priest notes and stuff like that.
Exactly.
Yeah, he could hit that perfectly.
Like, how do you do that? Like, where do you get that growl from?
Dude, that's throat, and it's also chest. You know, it's just
you must get winded though.
When you're younger, no, right? Because you have all the stamina, you know, of a young person, right? So that never affects you. Yeah. And if you know how to breathe, right? Like that's a thing too. You got to learn how to properly breathe to project and everything.
Or you'll never make it through the night.
Oh yeah, and or you'll get so lightheaded you'll pass out. Yeah, when I started doing metal music when I was younger, before I learned how to properly breathe and project and everything,
Yeah.
I would go through a song, or I'd hold a scream for as long as I could scream. You're just adrenaline, you're just going. And at the end, it just all rushes right to your head. And it's just like, you're like, what the fuck just happened? Because you're not breathing. You're holding your breath when you do that, and you exert everything. You pass right out.
Then
but
you turn backwards and fall into the crowd.
now that might work, because then everybody thinks you're just doing like a
Then they'll
diving or something.
just part way and like
Yeah. Oh yeah, just let you fall. That's why I never did crowd. That's why I never crowd dove.
you never know.
Fuck no. Because I never trusted the people out there that they were gonna catch me. And I was like, I'm not gonna be that dude that jumps out there and lands on the ground and somebody records it and then my career's done. I just become a joke to everybody out there. So like, no, hell no. I wasn't doing that.
Like Kelsey Grammer falling off the stage.
Mike, funny. Go ahead.
Now, remember that? Remember when that happened?
I don't remember when it happened. No.
Kelsey, he fell off the stage. Dude.
Oh, dude, I don't remember that at all.
He's such a professional. He really hurt him. He really.
I bet. Yeah.
But he's such a professional. He just kept going. And there's like his leg is covered in blood.
Oh, jeez.
But people laugh at it. Even he laughs at it, though. He's a really good sport.
I guess when you're big enough, you can get through that, right?
Yeah.
Like, but like if you haven't made a name for yourself yet, it's hard to get past when you make a big mistake where it's embarrassing. Like I never tripped on stage, or I never fell. I tripped a lot of times because you're jamming out and there's chords all over the place, and there's a lot of times where I trip over a chord, but I actually have pretty good balance where I can not fall and save myself.
You get that wide rock stance.
Well, that's probably what it was. Yeah. Cause you got that stance and you're,
oh yeah. My legs, I used to take up the whole stage. Like my legs are long. People tripping over my legs. It's like, it's like a giraffe trying to.
I was just stomping around the stage all the time. But my guitarist, after one show, unfortunately, we weren't live anymore as far as the show was over. But he had some girls coming up. They wanted them to sign stuff. Yeah. And we were playing on this stage. It was probably about 6 feet in the air. It was a pretty high stage. And it had these lights that were pointed up at the stage and like these platforms that you could stand on. But the lights were so stupid because they had wheels, because you could wheel them up and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And he didn't realize that. So he steps out on the light with his guitar on the light. And then as soon as he plants his feet, it just goes and he falls straight down.
Oh,
broke his guitar.
Oh, shit.
Which sucked, But we pulled it off pretty good. And like he at least got, the girls were worried about him. So he was fine. Like they were all more concerned about stuff. But I was just like, yeah, see, that's why I don't do that stuff, man.
Yeah.
Then they careful on stage.
They took care of him and said, "Oh, you're okay."
That's what it was. Yeah, I was like, it worked out. Yeah, it worked out. It was a subtle walk off stage.
Yeah.
You got to hairspray the bottom of your shoes. I wore boots.
That might
well, not like full work boots, but I wore boots when we played. Like that was just the look. Who all has heard of any band's music? Yeah. Yeah, Mine Enemies Fall. Go check it out, guys. I'm very proud of the music we created back in the day.
I mean, as you should be. It sounds heavy.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it. Chat, if you guys haven't, please like the video, share it out, let people know we're live. Please go. Let me pull the campaign back up here because it is rocking and rolling. You guys are doing fantastic. It's only been going for a couple days now.
It was Friday. The launch was Friday night.
Yeah,
no, it was Friday
afternoon. Yeah, you guys are like at 2:00 or something.
You're right.
Yeah, the PITT Volume 1 trade. Now you're doing 4 of these, right? Twice a year, I think I heard.
Yeah, there's going to be a few coming out in the next few years.
Nice.
And there's also going to be like a slipcase, or what they call it. Right?
That's right. I heard Mandy talking about that. Yeah.
One unit, but it's not. Because I don't know about you, but those big omnibuses are always kind of awkward for me.
Yeah.
I mean, also sometimes if the stuff will come apart. That's what it seems like. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'll be completely honest. I've never been a big omnibus guy because of that reason. Because it's hard to store. Like getting art books is one thing because I'll display them and stuff, and I'll look through them for art purposes. But like I've got omnibuses of even the stuff I've gotten from Top Cow. They put out the Darkness, big collections and the Witch Babe collections, and they're fun, but they're massive, and I'm just like, where do I store this? When you're reading it, you get to a certain part in the book and it's just it's just uncomfortable. That's why I like the idea of trades. When I think it was a smart way to go is to break the omnibus up into doing trades, because trades is way more easy to to collect, to store, to read
Or,
through.
digestibles parts.
Yeah. Let me see. Hold on a second, guys. Let me.
I was gonna say.
Yeah. Let me.
I'll be right back.
Okay. Yeah, definitely. 'Cause I'm gonna hit some of these super chats I was getting. Kayla, which if there are any questions, I'll ask when Dale gets back too. Says for 1999, member of the channel. Thank you. Says Joe, amazing stream as usual. Congrats to Dale. How does it feel knowing a new generation? I'll ask him when he gets back. Yeah, I'll save that. Michael Pritchard. This is probably all for Dale. Will there be a short? Yeah, I'll just have to wait till he gets back. Frostfire and Pyro says, Hail Joe and Dale. This is Scary Batman Jenkins. Oh, what's going on, man? I've been wondering where you're at. So you're now Frostfire Pyro. It's not as easy to say, but I'll try. I'm so proud to see how great your channel is doing. Good things happen to good people. Pitt is back. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you. Shani, I didn't even see this. Jeez. Pitt meets Bunny Man. Let's go for $20. Thank you so much. Michael Pritchard for night said, I'll ask this too. That's a great question because I was actually going to ask him that too when he was on. If you guys haven't yet, please go back this. I know we had at least one person back this while we were on. Let me see. Let me refresh here. Oh, look at that. To 77. Yeah, get the fuck out of here. 77. That's badass. 555 backers. Wait till Dale gets on here and check that out. What are you guys doing in the chat? Thank you for joining me tonight. The Ronin Joe show. I did not actually plan this at all. I threw the link out. And I was like, hey, I'm going to be looking at Pitt if you want to jump on. And Dale did. So I kind of switched up midstream here from looking at the stuff I was going to and just hanging out here talking. Where's Shane Davis? Where's John Malin? Where's Ethan Van No Show? It's all good. It's all good. They got lives. They're doing stuff. By the way, tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Eastern on Ethan's channel will be the Comicsgate Kings. I do not know what we're drawing, but tune in for that. It's always a good time. 20 issues, omnibus, perfect workout. Wait. Oh, there you go. There you go. Yeah, smash a like, please, everybody. Hit that. Hit that. Jasper's in the house. Yeah, let's get this to 78K. Look at that. You guys got it to 77 just on this stream. Like, that's badass. You guys rock. You guys rock. People saying hi to Jasper. I got mine 4 set last night before Mandy pulled down the dude. Yeah, good catch. I wanted to get more. I had to get the Michael Turner one. I got the Michael Turner holochrome foil. I don't know how you say that. I had to get that. And I wish I had more money at the time, and I didn't. So I missed out on grabbing Dale's too. But who knows? Maybe I'll secondary market if somebody sells that. I'll grab that one up too. But I had to get the Michael Turner one. Couldn't pass that up. YouTube algorithm recommended your channel. Subscribe now. Oh, thank you, man. Appreciate it. That's awesome. I never get recommended by YouTube. That's awesome. I'd love to hear that. Mail and Shane are usually the late night crew. Yeah, they've been doing their stuff, like I usually stream the Ronin Joe show every Sunday at 8, sometimes 10, depending on my schedule. I'm just working on pencils. Don't mind me. No, hell yeah. No, I appreciate it. Listening and drawing. That's awesome. Pitt always gets my attention. Hell yes. I said it at the beginning of the show. I know a lot of you guys probably came in later. But the reason why I wanted to do this topic for this show, because usually I'll talk about movies or pop culture stuff on the Ronin Joe show. But I wanted to talk about Pitt because it legitimately, and not even lying, it is my favorite character. It's been since I was probably 12 or 13. I said before, Pitt #1 is my favorite book of all time. That will never change. We looked at that earlier before Dale jumped on. I was like, there's a reason why this stuff is my favorite and has stuck with me this long. So yeah, I love talking about Pitt anytime I get a chance. That would be cool. Yeah, Ethan hasn't told us what we're drawing. Oh, there he is. He's back. But I'd be down to draw Pitt. Hell yeah. Hey, did you see where you're sitting at now? 77.
Ooh, thank you.
Yeah, $77,000. 555 backers. Look at that, guys. I want to refresh you again because some people said they were backing. All right, there we go. $77,000, everybody.
That's wow. Thank you. That's
dude. Yeah, I'm so excited. I'm so excited for you. Well worth it. Well worth it.
Yeah, that's a lot of work. So many hours just sitting there. I mean, my eyes now. Oh. Like and my eyes are like literally always bloodshot.
Oh, geez. Because
like I got the eyes of like a rooster. Plus, I don't really get eyelashes.
Well, there you go.
That's why I wear the sunglasses, because it's not pretty. It's not good.
Well, see, I was thinking you were just doing that from the light. Like sometimes I'll stream too much, and the light of the screen and other lights I have down here really just bug the shit out of my eyes.
Oh yeah, for sure, that too. Everything.
I was going to read super chats while you're gone, but I had a couple of super chats that were directly asking and saying stuff to you, so I was going to wait till you got back. So let me go through this. Kayla said, how does it feel knowing a new generation will get to read PITT, fall in love with your dynamic action sequences, and get to fall in love with the Creed Warrior?
You know, that's right. There will be people who have never read it before.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I actually never thought about that. But
oh, really?
Thinking about
it,
because, you know, yeah, this is a great place to like jump on board.
Yes.
You know, you get like chunks, then you get another chunk. You know, you get fed PITT.
That's why I was before you jumped on, I kind of started the show like that. When you first came into CG, when Ethan announced it, I was actually surprised at how many people didn't know who you were and didn't know PITT. And so I was like, this is actually really good because there are so many newcomers this is a great, like you said, it's a great jumping on point that you're getting this trade. You know, you don't have to go track down all the issues that are out there, which, you know, the people like me that collected them all, we got them all, but knowing some of the new guys out there, like, yeah, like this is awesome. So then this is well worth it.
This will be the only place you can get like other cool stuff.
Right.
Add on to it.
Yeah. Like you got this PITT t-shirt
that we're going to make it really worth it.
You got the Chance Wolf splatter PITT logo. Yeah. Michael Pritchard for $4.99 says, will there be a short story, partial origin story where we find out that PITT was in a metal band? He was transported in mid solo. Oh.
Unfortunately, where he comes from, there's no fun.
There's no, yeah, you're right.
But if he comes to Earth, he can pick, start. I don't know, man. That would have to be like a pretty hefty guitar.
Yeah, no, that would have to. That'd be a huge custom.
Remember that guitar from what was it? The one Mad Max or
the Fury Road,
right? With the guy in the front.
Yeah.
Fire.
Do something like that. Yeah.
It's just a thrower.
Oh, I can see. Yeah, I can see that fitting right in. Fire. Jeez, Frost, Fire, and Pyros, formerly Scary Batman Jenkins. I can't say your new name, but says, I'm so proud to see how great the channel is doing. Good things happen to good people. PITT is back. Yeah. PITT meets Bunny Man. I don't know what that's a reference to, but.
Well, Bunny Man is a really scary bunny who hangs out in a tunnel.
Oh, shit. Okay.
It's a Florida thing.
Oh, okay. Like a folklore.
I mean, kind of like Donnie Darko, like that really scary rabbit look, like mangy.
Oh, yeah.
He's like, his eyes are glowing red and there's like light behind him.
Oh yeah. Okay, yeah.
And he's got like a knife or something, like, or
a
hook.
Damn.
No, that's Candyman. That's Candyman.
Michael Pritchard for $9.99 says, will there be an artist edition of PITT stuff coming up?
Oh.
I actually wanted to ask you that earlier because I think that would be awesome. What do you think?
It's a Virginia thing. Sorry.
Oh, yeah, the Bunny Man. Yeah. What do you think about? Are you ever planning on doing an artist edition, just black and white, like we're talking about with Michael Turner, like possible 11 by 17 or 12 by whatever?
I'm pretty open to anything.
That would be awesome. Dude.
You see, the thing about Mandy, she comes up with all these ideas.
Yeah,
and I go, okay.
Well, if she's listening,
and I say okay, and then she says okay, and then I say okay.
I think that would be awesome, especially with art collectors and stuff like me, like seeing like the black and white version with the script or even without the script, doesn't matter, but just like the black and white, bigger format, so you can kind of get the feel for like original page look.
Yeah, I mean,
that'd be so cool.
There's these pages I have for PITT where it's like the line art, right? That's inked by me, and then some like plastic acetate with like the word balloons
Oh,
whiteout, and then another one with the actual words on them. I don't know why I did that. It was for printing reasons or for scanning, but it was weird. That whole book was like, all the optics was the company that was coloring, and they were on, and they were doing some really nice work. They did Akira.
Yeah.
Recolored Akira and did a great job.
Yeah.
Maybe not by today's standards, but it was good for the time.
For the time, I mean, I still think a lot of that stuff holds up. It just depends on what people are looking for in colors, because I do think that modern day colors can over render nowadays. You know what I'm saying? Where back in the 90s, especially when they're getting into the Photoshops, the early digital coloring, I thought it still did a really good job of keeping it flat, but also giving some life to it, and not covering up too much of the line art. Too much of the line art today by a lot of modern colorists get absolutely destroyed. And it's like, why do all that detail if you're just going to cover it up? You know,
it goes too dark.
Yeah, way too dark.
The thing about my line art is I add all this grayscale and shit. So, and then when I give it to a colorist, they add their own grayscale. It always turns out, in my opinion, they still look good, but a little bit too dark.
Right. A little too dark. Yeah, no, I can see that.
I'm still tweaking the Turner cover.
Yeah, no, I'm really looking forward to see. Oh, Mandy's in
the chat. Mandy's in the chat.
Oh shit, there she is. Sorry guys, I was looking at the super chat version. An artist edition would be awesome. People would love it. Yes, Mandy, please do that. Shout out, by the way. Congratulations.
I told you.
Yeah, I definitely think we should definitely do that. Oh shit, Michael Wilson Arts gifted 5 memberships to their own joke. Thank you, brother. You guys are amazing. Thank you guys so much. Appreciate you all for coming out. Dale's here. This is okay. Yeah, so that's why I was missing all this. Sorry, guys. I was trying to hit these super chats real quick. But shout out to the chat.
Picture a bunny, like just a ratty bunny. You know?
Now I'm picturing it. Yeah.
He's got his teeth. Oh.
I want to draw it.
And he eats.
I want to see what it looks like.
Children.
Oh shit.
No, that's too dark. I'm sorry.
I mean, is it ever too dark? I mean, folklore stuff is always dark.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, after the teenagers, because you know.
Yeah. But I mean, like, yeah, I can see that. Caleb for $4.99 says, "We love Joe. 151 likes in the stream and counting. Consider becoming a member. Sign up for Reaper Destroyer 2. Yes, guys, please. If you haven't yet, please sign up for Reaper Destroyer 2. We're doing a second chance campaign on September 19th and launching issue 2 sometime late October, early November. Yeah, definitely check it out. It's going to be a hell of an awesome book. Mandy, I'm sharing links. Are you? Oh, well.
Anyway, I found this.
Oh, shit. Oh, dude.
I still haven't sent it. I'm sorry.
Oh, no, it's all good, man. Oh,
yeah. The boxes.
Dude, that's so awesome. Yes. Yeah, one day. Man, that came out so good.
I'm sending this to you.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. That looks amazing. Still to this day, I tell people the story all the time. I was getting to the end of the 30 days, and I remember telling you, I was like, I want to do your cover because we had talked about doing a cover.
Yeah.
I was like, take your time on it. You're a busy dude. But I would like to do it for the next 30 days. And it was the day, 2 days before, because I think I did it on a Sunday. I'm going to work on a Friday. You know, Friday morning, it always sucks. I'm working for the city and all this kind of shit. And I get a DM from you in the morning. I wake up to it, and you were like, you should get this as a tattoo. And I told people this is like, you know, at the time we were sharing back and forth stuff, music and tattoo ideas. And I popped that up thinking it was just going to be like a cool tattoo design. And there it was, Reaper Destroyer, headshot, Dale KEOWN art. And I was just like, that was like a dream come true, Dale. Like, I mean, from the 12-year-old, 13-year-old me that fell in love with your art, fell in love with PITT back in the day and wrote you all those letters every fucking month. And then to fast forward to being, 40 years old at the time and getting that in my DM was insane. So
it's actually a really fun character to draw.
Thank you, man.
It does put me back in like the Image days, the Sylvester stuff, some McFarlane thrown in there. Oh.
Yeah, that's I one of the.
Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, your thought is better.
I doubt that.
Yeah.
No, I was just going to say, like, one of the things that I'm very proud of is the design of that character. And I've had several artists say they enjoy drawing that character. And for me, that's a pride. Like, I take pride in that other artists like drawing the character, and it does. It comes from all the inspirations I had growing up. And like, I've never been shy about that my art style, my design style all comes from the stuff that I loved. And that's what you see I produce, So, I mean, it comes out that way. And it's
the same for me, but it's like one generation early.
Right, exactly.
For me, it was John Byrne.
Yeah.
John Buscema, Bernie Wrightson, of course.
Right.
Later on, I discovered Bernie Wrightson, and it really messed my artwork up for a while. It just looked. I look at it now and I go, "Wow, what was I? I was trying to do Bernie Wrightson."
Right. Yeah. That's what you do as an artist, right? You get inspired by another artist, and you're like, I want to do that. So you start incorporate. Like I did the same thing. If people read Reaper Destroyer issue 1, you're going to see stylistically, I have a couple different styles because I was experimenting while I was drawing that book. And I got really at one point inspired by Mark Silvestri's Deadly Duo, where he's doing like the kind of Wrightson, but more scratchy line work, and I fell in love with it at the time. And I started kind of drawing a little bit more like that. And so you'll see it kind of go throughout the book as I'm kind of tweaking my style. But that's what happens. Like you get inspired as an artist. You're like, I kind of want to do that. Why not? You got the freedom to, and then
exactly.
Me, I think it just helps your style.
I know that Silvestri went from normally he would have somebody else ink.
Yeah.
And the thing about it is he started using Copic multi-liners.
Yeah.
That's how he gets all that like almost pencil line.
Yes.
That's
very
why
fine
his ink
tips.
stuff looks like his pencil stuff.
Yeah, I remember watching a video of him drawing at a convention on YouTube, and I saw it. I had never heard of the Copic multi-liners before, and I had to look it up. And as soon as I saw that, I went and bought a bunch of them, just to try them out. But
I bought some too.
Yeah, and I like them. I do like them, but it's just you also have to. There's only one Mark Silvestri, right? So it's like you can see that stuff, and you can see what he's doing. You can try to incorporate it into your art, but it's not going to look like that. So you adapt it, like what you did. You adapt Wrightson into your stuff.
It becomes your style. It can't.
Right.
It can't help it.
Yeah, 100%. That's why we were saying earlier, like you're always growing, you're always adapting. I remember I see artists even today, like Philip Tan. I was watching Philip Tan draw. I went through this like little period where I was really falling in love with Philip Tan's rendering.
Yeah,
and he does like all that crazy, just like cross hatching and stuff. And it was more like to give texture and fill stuff in, more so than to give shape. And I got into that for a little bit, and that kind of helped me progress in certain areas in art as well.
Right, exactly. Yeah, he's trying to create the grayscale with lines.
Exactly. Yeah. Yep. And it's like there's so many things out there that you bring in, and just it becomes your style, and you keep on.
It really is going. The best example of that is probably Wrightson's Frankenstein.
Oh, so
That's
good.
The best example of what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Where he was using a quill though.
That's crazy to me.
I think
well, if he did all of that with a quill, that's damn impressive.
It took him a long time to do it. Like, I think, like that was
had to have.
That was a passion project he was doing on the side. I think he was doing other like paying jobs.
Okay, so he spent some time doing it then.
Took probably years. I don't know for sure, but it probably took him years to do.
Well, that would make sense because you look at some of those images and the amount of detail just blows my mind. I'm just like, how the hell,
dude? He never. There's no hatching. It's all lines perpendicular, exactly the right distance apart. They don't touch unless they have to.
Right.
So that creates this real, like if you were to squint your eyes and sit back, it looks like a grayscale painting.
Yeah.
You're creating a lot of grayscale, and it was just, it's just amazing that he left that here.
And that's like that technique too. Like that's an old school technique, right? If you go farther back, if you go farther back into some novels and stuff, and you look at the artists that would draw like an image here or there for a novel, they're doing a lot of that stuff.
Yeah. Even Frazetta did some of that.
Yeah.
Whenever you look for Frazetta would draw, like ink blades of grass, that it does like that.
Does that kind of stuff. Yeah. This is so cool. I mean, just the experimenting with different textures and stuff like that is awesome. I had a few people say that you guys went up. Let me refresh this to see where you're at now.
Oh, that's
there. You go. Nice.
Oh, thank you.
All right. Shout out to the chat, guys. Continue to back this awesome project. PITT Volume Number 1, collecting the first 4 issues and issue a half, which we looked at earlier in the show before Dale jumped on. So definitely do this. It's a great jumping on point for PITT. If you're new to PITT,
exactly. That showed up that was part of Youngblood 4.
Youngblood 4, yeah.
I remember.
You want to tell the story real quick? I mean, so was it Rob that got a hold of you originally, or was it somebody else that was trying to recruit you to Image?
It was
Do you remember?
I don't know. I know that. Well, I Brian Houghton, right, the writer.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So when Rob met him for the first time, he said, he looks just like Sammy Hagar.
Nice.
So then whenever he would phone, he would say he was Sammy Hagar. And that's the way you got Rob on the phone.
Wow. There you go. He's like, oh, Sammy's on the phone?
No, because he really thought it was.
Right. That's hilarious.
No, I can't put that in proper context. But.
I know I heard us, like, again, if you guys listen to Rob's Observations, which is Rob Liefeld's podcast, he told the story, or that story, he's mentioned it before, the pit in the back of Youngblood 4. And I thought he had said something like maybe McFarlane was talking to you first about coming over to Image, and then Liefeld went in and actually kind of made the offer, and that's why he published the first story, or the half version in the back of
Rob got to me first.
Youngblood 4. Okay.
Yeah, he was the guy who asked me first. That's why.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
And then, but the people I remember talking to McFarlane a couple times on the phone back then. Now, McFarlane seemed like he was being a little bit vague. I think he was trying to see if I was the right fit or something. Anyway, but I was on Hulk, and Hulk was doing really well. So I was one of the top guys. But it was actually Jim Lee who laid it out for me.
Really? Okay.
Oh, wait, McFarlane. Here's what McFarlane said when I talked to him.
Yeah.
Like, this is before anybody made any money. He goes, yeah, we're thinking, each one of us could make $30,000 a book.
That's crazy.
He was kind of lowballing it.
Crazy lowballing, yeah,
dude. And like Youngblood came in at how much? Like over $1 million.
It was right around there, yeah. I think,
But he was being like conservative about it, because
very conservative.
He's like going, if we do make 30,000, it's going to be fine. But he knew what we were all sitting on. He just didn't want to. I don't think he wanted to jinx it.
Right? Yeah, because Jim's always was more of the safe businessman, right? Like very smart and everything. Yeah, probably just underestimated a little bit, just so you don't.
They're both
much over your heads.
Yeah, they're both really competent guys, but in a different, like, they both have different strengths. But it was actually Jim Lee who offered me to move down to La Jolla.
Oh, okay. So you're gonna be you wanted to be a part of Homage Studios or Homage Studios, whatever.
Thank you. Yes, and actually, at the time, Sylvester was still there.
Yeah, because he started out there before he broke off and did Top Cow. Yeah,
and I remember Jim Lee bringing me into this empty room and saying, "This could be yours." I'm like, everything's sparkling.
Yeah, doing the sell job.
But I didn't want to move down there.
Yeah, I could see that. Yeah, that's a big move to go down and actually be in the studio.
I probably should have.
Well, who knows what would have happened if you did? I mean,
no, I'd probably be dead now. I don't know.
What?
I mean, you know what I mean? Like,
you moved, yeah. Oh,
your timeline kind of branches off.
That's true. Yeah, alternate timeline. When you were doing, when you made the decision to do PITT, were you working on that at the same time when you were working on Hulk, or did you just end Hulk and then knock out PITT? I've always wondered that.
Well, here's the deal.
Yeah.
When I said I was leaving Hulk, they were like, what?
I bet.
Now?
Yeah, I bet.
I'm going,
400 was right there,
going with the Image guys. It was kind of a gamble.
Yeah.
But I felt good about it because I knew how good these guys were, right?
Right.
And to include me in that group, I was like, yeah, I got to do it.
A hell of an honor.
Yeah.
I mean,
I was supposed to do Hulk 400, I think.
Yeah, 400 was coming up that you didn't do.
I was all ready to do it. And then they said, yeah, we're pulling you. We're just going to go with another artist. And I went, okay. And then I went, I can start on PITT right now.
Yeah.
It's like a blessing in disguise that I didn't do that issue.
Yeah, I can see how that, because I mean, honestly, because PITT was the first book to drop that wasn't an Image founder book, wasn't it? Like, this was before Max.
Right. I was offered a founding member position.
Right. So they approached you.
But that was after Will Spataccio had some family issues. He had
he had the tragic.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
I think he thought, well, I won't be available like I should be as one of the founding guys.
Yeah, because he was originally.
And then they offered that to me.
Oh no shit!
And I said,
imagine if you had taken that.
No, I don't know, man. It seemed like too much pressure. I didn't know what would be expected of me.
Right? No, I get you on that.
And I have a criminal record. Sometimes I can't get across. Most of the time, I can't cross the border.
Still to this day,
I haven't tried. It's scary because it's embarrassing when they turn you away.
Oh, I bet.
With your tail between your legs, walking through that airport.
Doesn't that shit fall off after a while?
What?
A criminal record? Like it goes off of your record. Like I had a felony that was a misdemeanor that is no longer on my record, but it was there for like 7 years.
I gotta beg your pardon. But apparently I don't really trust it because even when you get a pardon, it's still in the computer that you were arrested.
Really?
And that could be enough for them to go,
Wow.
And I was turned away a couple times.
That sucks.
One time that I was in Detroit. It was Detroit, right?
Yeah. Right across. Yeah.
The guy was doing a show. So I tried to get across. They turned me away. I had to go back to into Canada. We're all sitting in a donut shop going, oh, fuck, what are we going to do, right?
Yeah.
Convention in Detroit. So the guy goes, the promoter goes, listen, we'll send a guy over. You'll hop in the car with him and just say here is his Jewish cousin going over for Yom Kippur. I'm going, I don't know what. Do I look like I'm Jewish? Like, what? Because if you try to get across and you get caught, you're in even more trouble.
Yeah.
I'm like sitting there I was sitting there kind of Jew it up as much as I can. I'm like, hey, I'm putting glasses on. But I got across though. The guy just went out right. Yom Kippur.
Nice.
He probably had, connections. But yeah, he came and picked me up from Canada and drove me over. Just like John Malin's going to do.
I've heard that. Yeah, I'm waiting for that to happen.
It worked once.
Yeah, if he does that, tell him to swing by. I'll go with you because I'm only like an hour and a half from Malin.
Wow, that would be
yeah. We'll get you across. Yeah, we'll figure something out.
The fucking tunes in the car.
Dude, it'll be awesome. Yeah,
not and we'll throw your CD in there with the.
Let's do it. Yeah, it's good music to drive to. I'll say that. Yeah.
Oh, I love that. Dude. Pantera.
Hell yeah. Dude, I would tell you that so I met Phil only for a second. I was able to shake Phil's hand at a show that we were playing when he was with Down.
I heard he's intense.
He was a cool dude, man. Now, granted, it depends on what era you're in, right? Like if you go through the drug era, the heroin binging era, I'm sure he was a lot different. But when I met him, he was clean and he was just more drinking, So he came off the tour bus, and me and my band were sitting there right from his tour bus, and we're all yelling, we're like, Phil, and he looks over at us and he just kind of gives that Phil nod, like, and he like sprints over and just goes down the line and starts slapping all of our hands. And then just runs back to the bus. And I was like, dude, that's a cool dude right there.
Like Jack Daniels in his hand.
He was, yeah. And then he went on and he put on a badass show. It was Rocklahoma in 2013, I think, that we played there with them, with Down.
Wow.
But I got to meet Vinnie Paul
at
his house. And I've met Vinnie when he was alive. I met Vinnie like 3 different times when we would go down tour in Texas.
Really?
Because we knew some people that knew him.
Oh, right. Okay.
And so when we would go down there, they were always just like, hey, we're going to, Vinny's partying at this club. Come with us, let's go hang out. And so we would go there and we'd hang out with Vinny. We wouldn't be up his ass or anything. There were so many people wanting to talk to him, but he always remembered us. And it was always cool because he always called us like the Michigan boys. Because when we first met him, we were like, we're a metal band from Michigan, we're independent, we're touring and stuff. So we made a good impression. And every time we would come around, he'd be like, oh yeah, the Michigan boys are here, So I always thought that was pretty badass.
That is cool.
Yeah. I never got to meet Dime. I'm pretty sure tragically that I saw his last show.
Was that Damage Plan?
With Damage Plan, yeah, because they played in Grand Rapids, Michigan at the Orbit Room.
Right.
And they were playing with Drowning Pool at the time. This was their second singer with Drowning Pool. It wasn't
right.
What was his name?
Bodies hit the floor.
Yeah. But we saw that show, and then it was 2 days later that he was murdered. And I think that was the last show he played, because they went from there, I think, then down to Cleveland, Ohio.
Right.
And that's when unfortunately all the tragedy happened. So yeah, it's interesting ties with Pantera. Pantera was my favorite band, and I never got to meet Rex, but I met a lot of guys. Partying at Vinny's house was probably the highlight of my life and my career.
Oh, Rex is so cool.
I would love to meet Rex.
I saw this, like, there's one show called Scott's Bass Lessons.
Okay.
Right. And he did an interview with Scott, and that guy's so down to earth and cool.
I might know I might know what you're talking about.
Yeah. He did.
Yeah, I might know what you're talking about.
Turnout.
Yeah.
He really came across like a cool guy. But you never know, right?
You never know, but I think like a lot of those guys are cool. I mean, when we
a lot of them, sure.
When we partied with Vinny, we originally met him at his strip club in Dallas, the Clubhouse.
Yeah.
And it was a Halloween party. We went out there and we met him and stuff. And Hell Yeah, when Hell Yeah was still around, they were in there. They were currently recording their Band of Brothers album.
Yeah.
And they were recording at Vinny's house, which is where his studio was. And so we made a good impression that night. We got invited to come back to Vinny's house the next night. So we went over. They were doing a Monday night football party.
No
Dallas was playing Philly. So I mean, that was a big deal.
Holy
for
shit,
them.
bro. This is amazing.
Dude, yeah. So we get to go. We get to go there. We walk up. Vinny had this long ass driveway. He lived on a hill, so you walked up this long ass driveway that went around the back of the house. You know, he had all the security guards there and everything, so you had to go through them, which made a lot of sense.
Any
dogs? No dogs, but they did
dogs. Doberman.
Yeah, I mean they did the normal pat you down and stuff. I mean they were cool. We had met the security guards the night before.
You know.
Yeah. Well, they kind of knew who we were, you know, so they saw us coming and, you know, no wands, but just patted us down real quick. You know, we went in the house.
Then they give you the eye contact. Like,
yeah. Well, the head guy I always thought he was a really cool dude. I can't remember his name offhand, but he partied with us and he was just big dude. Like, don't fuck with him kind of like he was a massive, like pit size guy, you know, like, yeah, I'm not fucking with that dude. But we got into Vinny's house, and I always tell this story. Vinny's house was like 2 stories high, big ass vaulted ceiling, and he had like fucking 20 TVs, flat screen TVs, just up the walls as high as you could see. Have no idea why. It made no sense, but it was fucking cool.
Was there anything on them?
They were all the football game. It was all Monday Night Football. Yeah, so no matter where you looked in the room,
that's what he's going for.
Yeah, you saw the game, you know, and it was just
you can watch your football.
It was badass. And then in the corner,
that's a great idea,
dude. I was like, if I ever had the money, which I never will, and if I had a house like that, like fuck yeah, I'm definitely doing that now after seeing it.
Yeah, that Vinny Paul money.
Yeah, I've got some old videos on my old phones and stuff that I still keep just because it's all Vinny's house that we took videos and pictures of when we were there. But he had his drums set up. Because they were recording, and he would record in the living room, probably because of the vaulted ceiling.
Oh yeah,
just the way that sound.
I can picture that in my mind.
Yeah. And so it was all taped off. You couldn't get close to it, but you know, you're like, damn, there's this fucking set. You just walked over and looking at it, and like, that's Vinny Paul's set, man. Yeah. It was the coolest thing. That night was absolutely amazing, dude. Like I'll never forget that night. Just being there. It's like can't even imagine that even happened.
I've never heard that story. That's great.
Yeah, it's, you know, and we would when Hell Yeah would come around, because I got pretty close with Chad there for a little while, Chad Gray.
Yeah, drink, drunk.
Yeah, and every time they would come around, he'd be like, text me, dude. And he's like, and I'll get you guys on the show. So if they came around anytime close, I'd just be like, hey, dude, you're coming to wherever, put us on the list. And he'd put me and the entire band on the list, and we would go there.
He's another guy that seems pretty down to earth.
Chad was so cool.
Because his stage persona is just like this crazy.
Yeah. He was a monster on stage. And the cool story about Chad, that same night, so the night before, we had partied with him at the Clubhouse, all the strippers there. He shows up in like almost Mudvayne clownish costume, because it was a Halloween party, you know. And so I'm drunk, I'm feeling good. I go up and I start talking to Chad, like, dude, I loved you in Mudvayne, you know, all this kind of stuff. And he's like, hell yeah, man. So we all start hanging out. And I stuck with Chad, not in a stalker way, but I stuck with him just drinking and hanging out, you know. And when we got to Vinny's house the next night, Vinny Vinny kind of crashed early. I mean, that dude's a partier. Like he was probably partying all day still.
Well, you got to crash sometime.
Right. But I mean, it was probably like 11 o'clock midnight by the time he went up with his girlfriends. And when I say girlfriends, he went up with his girlfriends to his room.
Come on up, Vinny.
So we went out by the pool and we're just hanging out with some of the other members of Hell Yeah and the security team and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. And Chad had a hungover. He was sleeping. We didn't see him the entire night. And it's like, we're at like midnight, 11 or 1 o'clock in the morning. We're like, we got to go. We got like a 16-hour drive home. The tour was over. And so we're saying goodbye to everybody. Chad's girlfriend comes out, who we had also met the night before and made an impression on. She came up and she was like, hey guys. And we're like, hey, what's going on? We're like, hey, tell Chad we said hi. We got to get back to Michigan. And she's like, wait. She's like, Chad would probably like to say goodbye to you guys. She's like, let me go wake him up. And we're like, cool. So 10, 15 minutes go by. And then Chad comes out and he's like, you guys going home? And we're like, yeah, man, long ride. He's like, no, fuck that. He's like, you guys are staying here and you were drinking with me. And we're like, okay, let's do it. So we stayed and drank and partied with him for about till 5 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, that's good timing.
Yeah, it's about 5. So the next
go again. Eh?
Oh, he was like second wind. He was going again. So we just sat there and drank and just had a great time. They let us listen to the new album. They hadn't showed anybody as far as like outside world what they had recorded, and they let us listen to the entire album except for 2 songs. They won't let us listen.
They played on like a studio.
Yeah, they played it on.
I knew.
Yeah, it was, dude. It was like I said, best night of my life. It was just so surreal that shit happened. So I tell that story any chance I get because it's goosebumps thinking about it.
That's it. Yeah, that's pretty damn good. That's like touching the gods.
Yeah, it was the closest I've ever been to. I mean, that I was legitimate rock stars, like you're talking about.
How'd you stop from being nervous? Like
Drinking,
you always think I'm gonna say something stupid.
Yeah, it was that way at first, but like, I mean, once you start getting the liquid courage in you, all that stuff goes out the window.
Trust me, I know what that's.
Yeah. So I mean, like it was, everybody was drinking, everybody was shit faced, so. Yeah, you weren't really worried about making a fool of yourself unless you were like a total asshole, which you weren't. So
yeah, you don't want.
It was good
you want
shit.
Them to have like a favorable memory of you too, if they remember. They meet a lot of people. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry, Chris. I missed your super chat. My bad. Here you go. Let me bring this up for $10. Hello, I'm back, and hello, Dale KEOWN. I backed PITT Volume 1 campaign. Thank you very much.
Hell yeah, dude.
Thank you, Chris.
You guys. You guys rock. Definitely do that. While I'm on here, guys, let me also bring up Reaper Destroyer issue 2 sign up sheet. Please go sign up for this right now. We are rocking and rolling on this. The Second Chance campaign is launching September 19th. If you guys sign up for this, you don't have to sign up for any other thing. This will be the thing I use to update you guys all on. But we have a beautiful Brett motherfucking Booth cover on here. Oliver Isabedra as well. If you guys didn't get issue 1, there will be a second chance, like I said, on the 19th, and we will probably also offer it on issue 2 as well. But definitely sign up for this if you haven't yet. There are links down below. Mods drop links if you can as well. This is anything if you like the Darkness Spawn, all that kind of stuff. It's not a 90s book per se, but it's definitely all my influences wrapped into one. Check it out.
Can you pop down for a second again? I missed that.
Yeah. Let me wait, do what? Oh, this.
Yeah, I missed there's some line art.
Yeah, here we go.
Like,
So
who did that cover?
This cover is by Oliver Isabedra, one of my favorite indie artists. I've got him working on another project for me right now. But I love his work.
Look how great that is.
Oh, it's fucking beautiful.
Wow.
Man.
Nice.
Fucking beautiful. Actually, yeah, let me share you the whole piece for you if you like that, because you're gonna love
if you like that, you're gonna love
it. If you're gonna like that little sneak, you're gonna love the full piece. Let me bring it up here in a second. But yeah, Oliver Isabedra is just he's got that style I like, me, I like the 90s kind of top cow, but just that rendering style.
Yeah, he's got the line weight.
Yeah, he's got the
line starts thin and gets thicker.
Yeah, I can't say enough good things about Oliver's art. Let me see if I can find this here. It's buried in my files.
It looks really good, even in just black and white. Look at the way all the shadow on the cape, the way that just anchors everything.
Oh yeah, it's funny. He sent this. He did the when I made a supplemental book, and he did a backup story for me in that book, And after we were done with the story, he sent me this sketch just saying like, hey, I was sketching out, your character. Just wanted to send it to you. And it was like real sketchy form, but I saw it and I was like, dude, that is absolutely amazing. We got to make this a cover. And so I told him, I was like, go work on it. And when it's done, let me know. And I'll buy this as a commission for a cover. And he finished it out and looks great. Where the fuck? Why can't I find this?
That's good.
Why can I not find that art? That's bugging me now. There's so much shit on this computer. It's like, you think you got everything saved in one spot.
Sounds like my basement.
I know. And then you go to try to find it. And you're like, damn it. Can't
Where
grab
do I
it.
start?
Yeah.
I've got FedEx boxes full of PITT art.
Oh, really?
I literally have not looked through in 20 years.
Oh, man.
I have no idea what's in there.
Well, are you planning on doing that anytime soon?
Oh, there's like in my basement, there's like sediment, like different layers, different years. And dude, then my water heater sprang a leak and everything.
Oh, man.
I'm like pulling things off the floor.
That sucks. Well, I couldn't find that for some reason. I don't know why. So shout out though to Oliver for doing some badass work. Reaper Destroyer 2 guys, sign up for that. I want to show this. You know Marlo Acquiza, right?
Do I? No.
Yeah. You don't know Marlo?
Can you refresh my memory?
He was inker for Extreme Studios.
I'm not okay. I never forget an inking style, but I'm not good with names. Okay. Who did he work on?
He did a lot of Frega's work.
Okay. Oh, is that him? Her?
Yeah. You always said like Marlo and stuff, on there. But I'm working with him now on Reaper Destroyer issue 2. And this is my pencil work, but with inks by Marlo. And he's just, the dude is legit.
Okay, now is
badass.
Is he full digital?
No, he's traditional, man.
Holy shit.
Yeah,
Quill. Yeah, where he's gonna fill in the blacks there.
Yeah. He's 100% traditional. Quill 102, I think, is what he uses.
That's the move right there.
He's
yeah, it looks good, Joe.
I can't remember if he studied under Bat or not, but Bat was like one of his influences and stuff back in the day.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I'm excited to be working with Marlo. I've said like when you're doing a book, I like to ink my own work, but honestly, if I can find somebody that does it better, I want to work with a master of the craft,
Yeah, right. I did I worked with Joe Weems.
Yeah, dude, on the Hulk.
Hulk, yeah.
Yes. I love that story too. I love that. The art in that is amazing. Weems is such a great, he did some work for me on Reaper Destroyer issue 1, but really when he did that book with you, and then Dave Kemp colored that too, right?
Yep.
I believe. Yeah, that is such a great story. Was it Hulk the End or something like that?
Yeah, he's like the last.
Yeah. That is so good. So good.
Humanoid to exist.
Yeah, that's a really good story,
Yeah, but Joe. Anyway, so Joe, I remember I sat there for like an hour talking to Mike Turner about Joe Weems.
Yeah,
Mike Turner sitting there describing drawing why Joe Weems is so good.
Yeah,
I remember looking at him, he's going, "Oh yeah, we're just getting into the fucking weeds with Joe Weems, man."
Weems was my favorite.
Turner.
Yeah, well, I mean, because Weems did a lot of Fathom in the beginning.
Yeah, okay.
Over Turner's stuff.
Ooh, yeah.
And I always thought that was some of the best stuff that Turner did. Because it's funny when you work with a master of their craft on inking, it adds so much to your work without aping your work. Like you see all your stuff, but then you just see it just beautifully finished with the line weights or whatever like that.
Yeah, just pull up PITT number 2. That's Scott Williams.
Yes. Yeah. Let me see. Let me bring that up. PITT number 2.
Like everything. I don't know. Do you think he uses like an F square to get those straight lines? Because, dude,
wasn't this when Scott was still doing brush? Let me bring it up here. Yeah, I feel like this was when Scott was still.
He told me that he used it's a combination of brush and quill.
Okay.
He's the one who told me about the 102 quill.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, this was the first issue I actually ever read.
Right there, I think that's Rubenstein.
Really?
Yeah, Joe Rubenstein.
So he did
Rubenstein. I liked Rubenstein's inks.
Rubenstein was good. Yeah. Yeah. So you had Williams and Rubenstein on this issue?
Yeah.
Okay.
Number 2, I think. Yeah.
Yeah. It's issue 2. Yeah.
That's Rubenstein.
Oh, no shit.
Joe Rubenstein right there.
I thought the entire thing was Scott Williams.
No, he inked. I think he inked another double page spread.
Okay. So most of this was Rubenstein then, huh?
Yep.
No shit. Okay.
That's Ruben. Yeah. It's pretty much all.
I mean, it still looks pretty good. What's interesting is
I fucking paid him, though.
is he the guy saying that you didn't pay him? Yeah, I saw that.
I remember, like, you know how many checks I wrote back then? Like,
I bet a lot.
I remember distinctly feeling so fucking proud of myself that I was paying him like 4 or 5 times as much as Marvel was.
Right.
I consider that like a buyout. Like, I'll just pay you like extra, and then
hell yeah,
I get to keep the originals.
Yeah, there you go. Yep.
I'm not entirely sure I made that clear at the time.
Ah, gotcha.
I mean, I'm saying Joe might have a point.
Okay, but you still paid him good though. I mean, if you
I paid him, yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Okay, can you go back up?
Yeah.
That
double page right here.
Okay, like the double page spread grabbing her coat. That's Rubenstein.
Yeah. Okay.
Go down. Then the next one is Scott Williams.
So this is Scott.
That's Scott Williams. Yes.
Okay, I can kind of, now you're pointing it out, I can definitely tell the difference because Scott definitely, he has his own style, obviously, you know, like it stands out.
Look at the way that orange light is hitting the bottom of his boob.
Yeah.
That's look how perfect those lines are.
It's beautiful. And that's the thing too, getting those perfect lines like that.
Yeah,
just,
that's what I mean. I don't know if like I can do lines like that. It's sort of like this arch that you have, right?
Right.
From here to here. And I got like long hands and long
right.
I got a pretty good arch.
Man, you got
I can get those lines pretty easily.
The control you got to have to do that.
Yeah,
is something else for sure.
Yeah,
there was I can't remember who it was because I talked to Weems when he was inking. He inked 4 pages on Reaper Destroyer issue 1, and I remember talking to him about it, and he had told me that he doesn't ever use a ruler if he doesn't have to. And I'm just like, damn, that's crazy. You get all these beautiful lines.
Well,
kind of like this. It's just
as long as the line is straight in the pencils.
Right. Yeah.
You can kind of fudge your way through that. But yeah, I do. Whenever you use, like you use on a quill, right? Whenever you need to use a ruler, you got to have a ruler with a lip, right?
Yeah.
That lip.
Yeah.
So it doesn't it's going to be a total mess if it doesn't have a lip.
Yeah, no, that's a great point. Like getting the right ruler for that, I guess, does make all the difference in the world.
Even the F curve has that.
Yeah.
You know,
my favorite, what I used to geek out on, and this was great. I used to love the splash page here of him jumping and everything. Yeah. But what I geeked out about on this issue, because this was the first issue I ever read of PITT.
Look, I was doing Frank Miller.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. I think all the Image was doing like the Frank Miller stuff, with that.
Dude, with all the panels.
Yeah.
I mean, I knew Spawn did that.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Of course, Alan Moore did write a couple.
Well, that's true. Yeah, that is true.
It's a lot of grid work. I like the grid work though.
See, it's funny because like I always shied away from the grid work personally as an artist. Because I like to do unconventional panels and stuff.
Yeah.
I think it's just because I get bored with doing the grid.
The thing when you do that, you have to do like normal panels.
Yes.
Like you save that for the splash.
Right.
Panel
to stand out.
And then the rest of the book, you make sure that you're concentrating on clarity.
Yeah. Yeah. Because there's definitely times where like I do the regular kind of paneling and stuff.
Making sure you got the establishing shot and people are understanding what's going on. That's important.
Yep. Absolutely.
Otherwise, what are you doing?
Right. Yeah. Otherwise, you just free for all. Let's go.
Yeah, it's just like it's like a bunch of splash pages.
Yep.
Nothing wrong with that.
Right. No, I mean, shit, there's been some books that were all splash pages, and Kirby did it, I know Larson did it a couple times with Savage Dragon. I mean, you can do it. You can do it.
Oh, John Byrne did a whole Hulk book with no doubt.
That's right. Byrne did it too. Yeah. Yeah. This right here, when I was a kid,
right.
It's images like this, Dale,
right,
that made me fall in love with your art.
Oh, thank you.
100%. Yeah, you're welcome. But just seeing like, I'm just like, man, the posing and just everything about it was just so. I mean, the neck muscles and this and that, the veins. Come
Yeah,
on,
like the tension.
yeah, yeah.
That one.
So good, so good.
I didn't give him a big enough Adam's apple though.
Oh, you know what? That's often missed a lot of times when drawing necks with male characters, just in general. I've noticed that. Like, you know, I try to do it, and sometimes it looks weird.
It is part of the neck anatomy.
Yeah, yeah.
Without it, but yeah, I like anything I draw. I don't. It's all, you know. I'm making it all up.
You know, that's, I think, one of the reasons why I like drawing so much. And you know, I draw based on reality as much as I can, but I like to do the stuff that's just not normal. You know, like I'm like, if I'm going to draw something, I want to draw something that's fun. I don't want to draw something that's boring. Like, you know,
that's why I like drawing monster.
Exactly. Yeah.
Because dude, if you're drawing people, that's wow. You're basically like competing with actual people. Like it has to look right.
Yes.
When you're drawing a monster, you're just making it up. But there's nothing to compare it to.
I'm right there with you, man. Like that's, I get way more enjoyment on drawing monsters or just non-human characters because you can just do whatever you want.
At the same time, you have to have the contrast.
Oh, you have to. Yeah, I mean, if you're telling a story, you gotta have. Yeah, you have to. Yep.
I mean, all I would do is draw monsters.
Yeah, if you could do just a monster book and get away with, I mean, you could because you're Dale KEOWN. You know, like
I like monster trucks.
Yeah. Michael Pritchard for $4.99 says, "Are there any long form videos of you drawing, Dale? Interested in seeing if you throw lines if you message me."
I just, you know what's confusing to me about that? And somebody explained how to do this, but I forgot. It's like as you're drawing, that video has to be stored somewhere.
Right.
So what if you don't have enough room? Like it's like we're talking hours. Then you got to like edit it down and stuff. But where does that go? Like, can you put it on a server or like a Dropbox?
I mean, yeah, I guess it depends on what you're doing. I mean, I guess if you are just recording yourself,
if you set the resolution from the camera at very low, that would work.
That might. It depends on. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, like, you ever consider just coming in here to StreamYard, not live? Set up your camera, do your just studio version and hit record, and then that just gets uploaded to the StreamYard
there's like
database.
It's like storage.
Yeah, it just gets uploaded to the StreamYard storage, and there you go. You got that, and then you can download that version if you want. Put that through an editor and upload that or something. Yeah. As long as you got a good enough camera setup that picks everything up that you want to set up, you can just do it right through StreamYard.
Super high resolution.
Yeah. Shanny gifted another 10 memberships to the channel. Holy shit.
That's a lot.
Yeah. I'm going to play some stuff for you before we get out of here. Drop the ducks, everybody. Because I do think, Dale, you've been very, very generous with your time jumping on with me. I really appreciate it.
It's been too long.
Yeah, it has, man. It's fun catching up, talking music, talking comics.
That's what always happens.
Yeah, every time.
Actually, I love it, though.
Yeah, I was going to say, we can't be on a stream together and not talk music.
Yeah, I mean, you're one of those guys that, like, my whole friendship with Mandy is based on music.
Yeah, because, she was the first person that gave me music back the same amount that I gave her. Nice.
Like, because sometimes I'll send music and somebody will go, oh, yeah.
Right.
He's like sending me stuff. I sent her something. She sends me back. So our friendship is really based on music. Because I finally found somebody.
That's big.
Who gives back.
Yeah. I was saying, no, that's big when you're going through that stuff.
I'm telling you, I have musician friends I've never shared as much music with as Mandy.
Yeah. Well, it's, I wonder if it's because sometimes musicians, now I've got a wider range of stuff that I enjoy, but when you are in a genre of music, like for the longest time, I was just tunnel vision metal. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well,
it took me a while to branch out of different rock and hard rock and get into other genres of music after I got out of metal. But for a while, it was almost like a bias too. It's like my metal.
Right.
Because everybody else, like, this metal is gay or this metal is bad. This metal, what we're in, this scene, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, that was kind of like hard for me for a little while.
I went through that. Well, the thing is, I'm a boomer. Like, there's so much like just hard rock in my head, like Foreigner,
right? Yeah,
like sort of poppy hard rock, and like I love the Cars.
Oh yeah.
I love the Cars.
Cars are good. Yeah, it's funny because there's so much stuff that I didn't like before because again I had a bias. Elliot, what's going on, man? For $5, Elliot Rodriguez says, "Hail Joe, hail Dale, glad to see Pitt back." Already,
I did go
for my golden health.
As a teenager, I went through a total Rush phase.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's funny because the only thing I don't like about Rush is the vocals.
That's what I like. I like his the early witchy vocals.
Right, and that's funny because my wife's a big Rush fan because her dad was a Rush fan, you know.
Right. Okay.
And so we listen to, and I'm just like, the music's great. I respect all of it. Well, have you ever heard like early Rush, like the first album? They sound so much different.
Like Working Man.
Yeah, like his vocal style and some of the songs sound so different to some of his later stuff, and I never really heard that before. And I heard that, I was like, I wish he'd kind of stuck with that style because there's a little bit more grit to his voice, which is what I enjoy hearing. You know,
they did one song where he's doing an impression of like these like futuristic priests.
Oh shit!
Temple of Syrinx.
Oh, I'm gonna have to look that up.
Nice.
Check that out.
People always remember that as like his.
Maybe that's what I heard because there was something I heard. And I was like, "Who is this?" And my wife was like, "It's Rush." I was like, "It is." I was like, "This doesn't even sound like the dude."
Yeah.
I was like, "This is cool," you know. So maybe that's what I heard.
Really early stuff too.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I tore the Snow Dog.
Joe Dale, look up Jake E. Lee's Ted Dragon Cartel, high school friend from Canada.
Right?
Oh shit. What up? Yeah, I'll have to check that out. Well, if you guys got anything, drop some links. I'll definitely check it out.
Yeah,
definitely check it out. Well, I'm Dale. Thank you for joining me tonight, man. I'm gonna let you go. I know you're a busy guy doing lots of things. Guys, go again. I'm gonna bring this up one more time for you guys to check out.
All right,
PITT Volume 1.
I'm working on my elevator pitch.
Oh, elevator pitches suck. I hate them. I hate them.
Horrible.
Volume 1, guys, go back at 558 backers. Look at that.
Oh,
77,236 raised in like what, 2.5 days here, 3 days. However, this got a long ways to go. Do you know? Are you guys doing? Is this going to be like a long campaign? Do you know?
No, I mean, I'm not sure if it's going to be like 1 or 2 months. I mean, Mandy can tell you.
Yeah, Mandy's got all the information on that.
Give me like a month of solid, stuff.
Yeah, definitely check it out. Definitely go grab if you guys get a chance. I know the holochrome foil covers are gone because that was a 24-hour, but you can still get the Michael Turner cover for this book. I highly recommend doing that. Dale said he's still working on the colors, so this is going to look even better than it is right now. So do that. Don't miss out on this. If you're a new PITT fan, pick this up. It's a great jumping on. And if you're an old PITT fan collector like me that already has every single issue and every book that Dale ever put out, it's still fun to go get this. And I even have the original trade, the original 2 trades that you did. And I still back this because one, I needed the Turner cover, and why not? I'm just all about it because Pitt's my favorite character. Dale's one of my favorite artists, right up there with Sylvester. You guys are like 1 and 1A for me. So I'll always back.
Look what Mandy set up.
Where?
She said it.
Oh, there you go. Wait. Chat's moving fast. Let me go find. There we go. Great show, Joe. Really good job with the Reaper Destroyer too. Keep it up. Thank you. Thank you so much. Appreciate it, Mandy. And congratulations to you too for getting this done, getting this out. We're all very excited about it, and it is kicking ass so far at the start. Long ways to go.
How hard she worked on this.
I bet. And it looks great. Who did the trailer? It was Von.
It was Von Klaus.
Yeah, he did a great trailer for this.
Really good stuff.
Go check it out, guys. Got a book and a t-shirt waiting for the new cover. Nice. Awesome, guys. I'm glad that we were able to get you guys some backers on this stream.
We got some t-shirts and stuff.
All right, guys. Let me remove this. I'm gonna drop this out. Oh, for Shani though, before we get out of here, because you did drop so much. So much tonight, and I love you so much.
I don't even know what it is, but she's been waiting for it.
Let me drop. Where's your video? We're gonna do this.
I love you, Junior.
You're the king. Oh! You are a bastard. Yeah! Let me help you up.
I guess I deserve that.
Oh, I just had to kick you in the diddly again.
Nut crunching dick kicks. That's for you, Shanny. Thanks you so much.
Now I really have to go because.
Yeah. All right, guys.
Oh my God, I'm starting to feel
watching that. Yeah, drop those ducks. Drop those ducks. We gotta get out of here.
A little bit too much,
Just a little too much. All right, everybody. Tomorrow night, Confiscate Kings, Ethan Van Sciver's channel at 7 p.m. Catch us over there drawing, and then check out the channel. I'll be streaming throughout the week as well. Dale, thank you so much for coming on and making this
welcome,
awesome
Joe.
show.
I'm glad to be
I
here.
appreciate you, brother.
Thank you.
All right, everybody. As always, I'm going to say, be good to each other, take care of one another, and as always, picture me naked. Talk to y'all later. Peace.